Hello. Let me know when you guys can see me. Welcome to more Alien Stage, and I think probably the last Alien Stage. I think we're catching up at the very least, so if there's more stuff that comes out, I'm sure I'll react to it, but I think we're gonna be completely caught up today, because it seems like Karma, which I think is like the main big one we're reacting today, that might be like the newest video that they posted as well. But welcome! Okay, it seems like you guys can see me okay. Yippee! Excited for more pain. More pain. Yay. It's like Alien Stage has been nothing but suffering since the moment I started it. And I'm ready for more today. I guess we'll see. I'm like, is there a way for there to be like a well, Ivan and Till are dead, so no. There's no way for it to be an actual like a full happy ending, but I'm like, maybe Huna and Mizi can make it out. But knowing Alien Stage, probably not. I think she had already got stabbed. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and I guess get started. Let me pull up the document really quickly. I think we're starting off with Wiege. I'm probably saying this wrong, but I think this might be another kind of I feel like a bonus kind of video, like not one of the main rounds. I guess technically I think Karma is going to be like the bonus round from what it seems like based off of what we saw at the end of the final round. Anyways, but yeah, so it seems like we're going to be starting out with this one. And yeah, Wiege. I don't actually know what that means when I think about it. It's like a German word or something. It's the current song we have in the series for you to watch thus far until we wait for the next installment. Okay, I think they might have written this before Karma came out. With this being the bonus, after final round, the creators wanted to bring out a lot of strong emotions and quality animation with this one, so I hope you sincerely enjoy it. Okay, neat. I think, yeah, I was like, I thought I remembered seeing Luca as the thumbnail for this one, so I was like, we'll see how this goes. Lots of trauma with Luca as well. Okay, let me get the volume. Okay, hopefully it'll be okay. Y'all can just let me know if it sounds too quiet or anything. But yeah, okay. Let me this too. Okay, is this actually taking place right after the oh yeah, when he sees Yuna for the first time. Oh, she pulled the gun on him. But still in love. Oh Jesus, did you do all that? Oh my God. I'm sure that was an accident. He's just a silly little guy. So I'm trying to check the volume too. Her brother. Drinking away her pain. Makes sense. I'm glad she made new friends afterwards, at least. He kiss it? Aw, cute. I miss you, girl. I miss you, Sua. Tail! Oh my God! Oh, they're all alive! It's so sad. Drawing or something? Aww. Ivan too! Oh man. It hurts to see them before they died. Cuties. Oh. Back to the present. Aww. Oh my God, he is so obsessed. Wait, they shoot her? Fuck! It kind of seemed like it. She lost her leg. Wait, did she lose to him? Ah, it goes by so quick. Ooh, yeah, fuck. Shit! God dang it! I figured she probably wasn't gonna live, but I thought at least she would live in the next song.
그래서 네가 너무 미웠어. 루카, 사랑하며 살아.
She still seems to care about him.
금도 나약함도 못 봐주게 부끄러운 순간들도 받아들여. 스스로를 용서해.
Wow.
몇 번이고 몇 번이고 모든 건 그때부터 시작이야.
Wow. I'm kind of surprised she feels so much softness for him still. No! Shut up! Stop it! Stop it! Guys, it's just like pouring like salt in the wound whenever they have to black out the character's face after we've just seen them die. Ugh. Poor Mizi, dude. She can't catch a fucking break. What is the next one gonna be? I thought, I don't know, I guess like I didn't expect this. I kind of thought this might be a flashback or something. I guess especially because it looked like, you know, Luca looked so young and like the picture for this one. I didn't really expect us to actually see any present day. There is so much going on that I feel like I might have missed a few things. I was trying to double check on the sound too, but it kind of, did she compete against Luca? Was that what it looked like in one of these where it kind of showed where she lost her leg? Oh, no, 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 wait. Okay, looks like she lost against somebody else. Okay, for a second I thought maybe she lost against him. I was like, that'd be crazy. That'd be a crazy turn of events, but I don't think so. It seems like another acorn. Another acorn. Come on, girl, you lost to Mr. Generic. Look, this guy, he doesn't even have a name. Okay, so that's after. Okay, so I kind of want to double check that one. Jeez, dude. It is really sweet that she still has so much softness for him, even after he killed her brother. I kind of, I don't know. I thought that she would hate him more. You know what I mean? I guess she's just a really good person. I guess it's also one of those things where she, like, you know, was so close with him growing up. It's hard to kind of like go from like love to hate so quickly. I guess it's like a mix of emotions, maybe. Acorn's evil cousin Peanut. Hey, don't bring my cat Peanut into this. Okay, I guess we can go ahead and rewatch it. Just I just want to make sure I haven't missed anything, and then we can kind of go through Mayo. People call they do kind of give Mayo. I like Mayo. I'll give that. I don't think that guy has a real name. See, it's like, how did they beat her? That had to be rigged, because I've seen Hyuna sing before and she slays the house down. So there's no way Mayo beat her. I just know this shit was rigged. Okay, let's redo it. There is like, sorry, it's like pausing it immediately. But like, I guess another thing I just kind of thought of, I don't know, like Luca does seem to have like, I don't know, some very like kind of innocent like qualities to him in some ways too. Like his adoration for Hyuna is so like innocent longing, like he just seems really, really obsessed with her. I was like, I wonder if that's why she feels some kind of like I guess why she probably another reason why she might have like mixed emotions towards him, because he is still kind of like a victim in this whole like alien stage thing. He's like definitely the biggest villain out of like the humans we've seen, but he's still a victim overall, and we do kind of see that, I guess, with him getting like experimented on and stuff like that. And I feel like in some ways, I guess, like, Hyuna probably might be, like, his god, kinda similar to how, like, Suo is Mizi's god. He obviously just, did some regrettable things, as well that, Mizi and Till and them didn't do, so it makes him less sympathetic, but I think in a similar way, he is in a very similar position to everybody else in terms of, obviously being a victim to Alien Stage and, the Segins and stuff, so I guess you might also kind of feel for him in the way that he's just kind of like another innocent kind of bystander. And I do feel bad for the fact that like what was it? Like his alien can just like keep making more of him or something. Like he really has no choice but to live forever and do alien stage. Like, just like I don't know. It's very creepy to think about. And thank you, Ball, God of Rain. Hi, Weeby. I'm planning on making a Google Doc for when you play Buried Stars, so that you can understand the story better, as well as background stuff like Q&As. Oh, cool. Yeah, I was planning on playing Buried Stars probably pretty soon. I think I was like after this I might go back to Walking Dead because it's been a little bit, but I was thinking about picking up Buried Stars maybe after like a round of two of Walking Dead, and then going into it because I've been really interested in Buried Stars for a very long time, and I feel like it's kind of a similar vibe to Alien Stage, so I feel even more kind of like interested in it right now because I'm like, ooh, I've been watching like Death Game, K-pop kind of stuff. Although I guess like I said, this isn't super K-poppy, but it's a similar vibe. So some of me does kind of want to do Buried Stars next, but I'll let you know. Like, he seems so innocent there. Like, Jesus. Oh, wait a second. Are those just a bunch of other fucking Lucas? Oh, trippy. Trippy. Oh, there can only be one Luca. I just noticed that. I think so though. I'm so sad she's dead. Oh, the blush too. I didn't even notice that till just now. Oh, they were so cute. She's crying. Was that after he killed her brother? Comforting her after he killed her brother? That'd be crazy. The song's really beautiful too. I love seeing them like just being kids together. Like breaks my heart though at the same time. Aw, yeah, it's like, his face looks the same as when he was a child. Like, he still has, like, some innocence in him. Because he's never really gotten to live, like, a full life. Aww. Maybe she went to embrace him straight away, too. Fucking Mayo, boo! Jeez.
널 많이 미워했어. 나는 매 시간 다음으로 나아가야 하는데 그랬는데 네가 내 유일한 약점이었지. 그래서 네가 너무 미웠어. 루카, 사랑하며 살아.
She's so sweet,
아픔도
man.
나약함도 못 봐주게 부끄러운 순간도
I wonder how this will affect him.
스스로를 용서해. 몇 번이고 몇 번이고 모든 건 그때부터 시작이야.
Pain. God dang it. I knew she wasn't gonna live because she was already shot or like stabbed, but I didn't think it would happen this quick. That we'd at least get like, I don't know, another, like, I thought she'd be in karma at least. She's still holding on to Till, I think. Please kill them all, girl. Girly pop, get in there and kill them all. She does look pissed. She looks so mad. Was that, I'm trying to see. I think it was the picture he kissed earlier. Yeah, I think it was. Oh yeah, I think it is her. I was like, I couldn't tell if it was her at first or not, but he literally did just kiss her little, her wanted poster. That's kind of adorable. I was like, oh, I do feel like this song is making me feel a lot more for Luca. I mean, I enjoyed him before in the previous songs, more in just kind of like enjoying him as a villain, but I feel like I actually do feel a lot more sympathy for him in this, because I feel like I already knew there was like he's like also a victim in all of this and like blah 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 and like yeah, blah blah blah. Sorry to reduce your trauma to that, but like I already knew he was like a victim in all of this and everything, but we haven't really seen it as much like visually speaking. It's kind of like we've just sort of read about all the like horrible stuff he's gone through in the docs, and we've mostly seen him on screen just acting so villainous. So I hadn't really, I feel like, garnered quite as much sympathy, I think, until now because of that. But yeah, very interesting, very good. I think I've said all of my thoughts so far. I feel like there probably is more, but I don't know. There's like so much going on. I think I probably said most of my thoughts. I'm mostly just curious how this is gonna affect Luca. Her hugging him. And man, yeah, I was like really surprised that she just ran straight away to him as well. Like, she's so forgiving. I would not forgive somebody who killed my brother, no matter what kind of trauma they went through. I do not think I would be so forgiving of them. Oh man, thank you, Paul God of Rain. I don't know where I can share the doc when it's made. By the way, I could try to send it to me on like Twitter or something. Like I said, I don't go into Twitter super often, but I should see it. I try to check it like at least every few days. So you can send it to me on there if you'd like. Okay, let's go ahead and read. This episode focuses on the relationship between Luca and Huna, highlighting their bond despite all the trauma they've experienced from being together as well as when they are separated from one another. Huna and Luca sang a duet named Wiege, which means to cradle in English. Okay, interesting. It kind of did feel like she was cradling him at the end there, like comforting him, you know what I mean? This likely refers to them wanting to feel comfort from each other after they locked eyes, almost like they were innocent kids again. Yeah, I was like, I definitely felt the vibes of like innocence. And yeah, I guess it does kind of feel like a lullaby or like very like the song itself. It's like sad, but it feels comforting in a way, you know? Hush, my child. Yuna trying to comfort Luca's childish tendencies. Drift into slumber. Her calming words always rush back to him in the toughest, roughest of times. In your dreams, you'll run and play. Luca dreamed of having friends in a normal life. Yeah, I was like, that doesn't make me feel bad. Because it's like, you can even see in here, he's just constantly being experimented on and having clones made of him. In paradise, the very moment that Huna and Luca met for the first time, ending his isolation. It's like, yeah, he can never even really escape it or die in a way, since he'll just keep being remade, like, to play more Alien Stage. Hush, my child. Luca thinks about when Huna ran away from the authorities, comforting her fear. Gentle now, go to sleep. He imagines how much pain she endured when losing her leg. And somewhere in that moment, he can see how broken she's been after they were separated. The lonely moon will dream. He hopes that she dreamt of him amongst her newfound life. Oh yeah, there was like another thing. I was like, is she in love with him too? I can't totally tell. I was like, because it did seem like they almost had like she had like some kind of vision where it looked like they were like dancing or something. And I feel like it should have been around the time where they were separated and she was, with her new friends. But it was almost like maybe she was imagining him being there. I couldn't tell if it was him or if it was, I don't know, another blonde dude. But I think it kind of looked like him. I was like, I can't remember exactly where it was at. Try to go through and find it. Was it around here? No. Oh, man, I can't remember where it was, but I feel like it looked like his hair. Maybe it was around here somewhere. Do you know what I'm talking about, though? Was it around here? Oh gosh, I feel like I could have sworn I saw it, though. Do you guys know what I'm talking about, though? I feel like it kinda looked like he was wearing glasses or something in the shot as well. I was like, I have to I feel like it was one of those things that it flashed by so quickly. It's like I might need to, it's in the middle part. It's in the Delulu section. Oh, this part maybe? I'll just play it. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, yeah, I was like, "This looks like him," so I guess maybe she's kind of imagining. Yeah, that's definitely look he looks so good with the glasses too. Okay. Cutie. Oh, man, so I was like, "Is she still, like, in love with him as well, even after everything?" I'm like, "Oh my god." Like, that is I mean, uh, he do be fine, so I don't blame her there. But he did kill her brother at the same time. I guess it is like, I don't know. He, like I said, he's gone through so much trauma. I guess she understands that, like, maybe he didn't really mean it, or like he did it because of the horrible trauma. Like, oh gosh. But yeah, it's wild. Oh, they have rings. Oh, like they're married too. Oh my god. Aww. Oh yeah, that shadowy thing. Is that actually what do they call it? They called it like the thing. Ah, crap. It was like return when they're like return to Noct or whatever. Yeah, I don't know why I can't think of the name, but enact, that's what it is. It looks like maybe they were like running together too. I think y'all mentioned they were like running together. It's like a modern AU, but it's still them like imagining this sort of modern AU, right? That's why I was like, would she really be imagining, like, I don't know, like, marrying him, you know? Or I guess it could just be more so symbolic of like what could have been if they did live a normal life on Earth, not necessarily her imagining it. I guess there's that too. Okay, I just kind of wanted to go go back and look at that part since that was another thing I saw and I didn't really uh I guess comment on yet. Okay, uh gentle now, go to sleep. He imagines how much pain, yeah, when she lost her leg. He hopes she dreamt of him amongst her newfound life. A silent ice. I guess that was another reason why I was thinking it was like her imagining like what kind of life she wishes she could have had with him, you know? A silent icy gaze falls upon us like a fragile reed, trembling in fear. Huna and Luca's mutual love is both scary and new for the both of them. Luca's lack of social boundaries and manipulative behavior frightens Huna, as it should, but she hates the fact that she loves him and she knows he's still in love with her too after all this time. Okay, wow, so she really does still love him. I guess it is hard because they've had such a like close upbringing and I feel like they've shared a lot of trauma too and I know that really bonds people together as well. And I'm sure she can really see like his heart and where he's coming from even after all the fucked up stuff he's done, but, yeah, yeah, I feel that, I feel that. Interesting, I honestly expected her to hate him. Like, I really went into it expecting her to hate him now after, you know, everything he did. The gentle one, Sue and Mizi is shown to be innocently in love, being gentle and sweet. They're so cute. I know, it's like when Sue blushed too, I was like, "Ah!" Sways and dances. Till and Ivan are shown to be balancing out their own lives in the garden. Aw, Till and Ivan. As Breath sinks, they're in heaven. They're in heaven together, and I believe that. As Breath sinks deep, Huna processes Luca's forced kiss on her, traumatized. Oh yeah, he did that too. With quiet longing, Luca wishing that he had the perfect life with Huna and friends and another life. Oh, it's him imagining this perfect life. Okay, that makes more sense then. And without a word, you'll embrace the sea that sings. The cast goes over all the what ifs after the losses they've endured. It is kind of interesting, actually, that's Luca imagining this perfect life. He's been so manipulative to like you know the others, and so horrible to them. But in his own way, he does want to be like friends with them and live in this kind of modern AU. Interesting. Aw, and he imagined them being married together. That's sweet. Wings drenched in longing. Hyuna and Luca's love is strong, yet they've never confessed to each other. Unfold at last. Not until now, at least, but not in an ideal manner during the infiltration. I was like, I guess he forced a kiss on her, but like, kind of, I guess not exactly a confession, but his feelings are pretty obvious. Like a fragile spout, Luca can't help but feel young and playful again when rushing over to Hyuna. Yeah, it was like he literally did look like, like those like childish tendencies came back when he saw her. Like he just looked so like naive and happy. They did a really good job, I feel like, kind of capturing that sort of like innocent expression. It's kind of crazy, I guess, to also like, I don't know, just like after seeing him be so like horrible, manipulative, it was like a very drastic kind of like change and a very interesting one to see. I think it does a good job kind of like showing how contrasting his character is, I guess. Um, where was I at? Like a fragile sprout, Luke can't help but feel young and playful again when rushing over to Hyuna. Too small to hold, Hyuna sees that this will kill him, protecting him out of his naivety. Aw, yeah, I was kind of wondering if she grabbed onto him because she figured that she was going to try to protect him from the gunshot. I was like, was there a reason why they were trying to shoot him though? Was it just because they were running towards each other? Oh, I guess because he was running towards her, they were going to shoot him, and that's why she wanted to protect him. I guess that makes sense. Scattered Sarah, Hyuna looking back at all the loss in her life of her friends, her family. Oh yeah, I was kind of wondering about that because it showed her losing like another family member. I was kind of wondering, I guess, it's like, I don't know, like a brother, like, I don't know. We already saw her lose her brother when she was younger, but I was like, this kind of looks like people that could be related to her, but she's also older too, so I wasn't sure if it was also maybe just people a part of her like rebellion or whatever. Sways and dances. In her final moments, she remembers something dear she was told. As dawn rises, in her final moments after getting shot, she keeps this close to her heart. Unshaken and unsure, she's never thought once about her actions, but she's sure of what she'll say. And without a word, you'll embrace the sea that stings. Huna hopes that in her death, excuse me, Luca will embrace humanity again. Okay, that was kind of what I was getting to from her speech. I was like, I wonder if that will really reach him. He's just in such a hopeless situation too, you know what I mean? But if anybody is going to, I guess, kind of snap him out of it or get him to act more human again, I feel like it definitely would be her. Kind of wondering too if we saw any indication that his light turned red after she died. I can't remember where his was. If it was like the earpiece, maybe. Might see it later, but I couldn't remember. Okay, I was like, I had a feeling this was the rest of his clones. Like they all have such beautiful puffy hair like him. This is a flashback of Luca killing the rest of his clones. We don't know the true motive behind this, but it's at least implied that his sense of humanity was lost at this point, as he's always been emotionally distant. However, Luca didn't seem to want to kill in cold blood. Yeah, he seemed kind of like, even there, sort of like innocent, like, did I do that? Oh man. In a later scene, there's a drawing that Luca made with him, Hyuna, and Hyun Woo hanging out with the other similar blonde-haired kids. Fans believe that Luca didn't want to kill his clones, but rather wanted to free them and killed them in the process. Oh, he was likely lonely and wanted his brothers by his side too. Interesting. I don't know if I remember seeing them with the clones when they were younger. Did I miss that? I guess we might see them kind of like over here or something, maybe? Ah, are you gonna play? There we go. Can't remember exactly where that was. They might include some pictures anyways. That's interesting though. It's kind of interesting idea if they let the other clones, I guess, like sort of around the garden, with him. I didn't really think that that would be the case. I kind of thought they would just have one clone out at a time and then just, I guess, kill and replace if, whatchamacallit, he acted out of line. Oh, it's the drawing. Oh, yeah, they did mention that. So it's the drawing with the enact in there too, I think. Oh, okay. So I guess these other little guys. Okay, so that's him because he's with Hyuna and Hyunwoo, and then these are the other little brothers that he killed. I do think it's interesting if he was trying to just free them because he does look like really shocked here, like surprised that they're all dead almost. So I think that's a good theory. In a later scene, oh yeah, the drawing, he was likely lonely, wanted to be by his brothers to be by his side too. It's also oh, literally, I spent all that time looking for it. It's like right next in the document. It's also probably this experience and his realization of being artificially made that disconnected him from fellow human pets. Luca's always been perceived to be very unaware of how to act in social groups, as well as his lack of understanding general etiquette, boundaries, and common courtesy, as Heparu designed him to be the best performer, not to be human. Okay, that makes sense. I guess he kind of just skipped all the social, like, the social lessons. I guess it makes sense he wouldn't really care. I mean, like, Hepburn does not really seem like he gives a shit about his well-being at all as long as he wins, so it makes sense he wouldn't put any effort in trying to make him, like, able to communicate with other humans or, like, have a good social life and those kinds of things. We even see here that Luca was looking at his clones prior to his attack with a spear-like weapon in hand, looking longingly at them. We can see that they're already bleeding out through the glass. So fans also perceive this as Luca believing his brothers were in pain. Oh, hence wanting to break them out. Oh, that's so sad, actually. Just trying to help them. And then he ended up killing them. I guess that would make sense too why Huna was like trying to tell her or tell him to like forgive himself if he like feels really guilty for this. Oh, it's like you were just a baby. You didn't know. I guess you did murder a bunch of clones of yourself, but you know, you're just a little guy at the time. However, we're still waiting for more confirmation regarding this theory, but it's been spreading around online. I do like that theory a lot. I think it makes a lot of sense too, especially if he did see them like suffering, or we thought they were. I say quotations like they probably were suffering, knowing Heparu. But that does I think that does make a lot of sense, especially with yeah, just how shocked he seemed by you know, their deaths and how hurt I guess he seemed to. The moment Hyuna lost her leg. This is the moment where Hyuna lost her leg. It's also implied this was after she fled Alien Stage. As it was revealed, she had competed in season 49 and had lost. This gets explained later on how she got into the resistance shortly after this. I'm still not buying that Mayo beat her fair and square. He rigged that shit. I will die on this hill. Ain't no way he killed my girl. Ain't no way he beat her. We can even see a snippet of her going over past memories with this image from the video supporting this. Her competitor's name is unknown to us at this point in time. Nah, it's Mayo. We already decided. Oh man, he looks like a kid that would eat mayo straight from the jar. You know what I mean? Yuna checking out her prosthetic leg with her new friends for the first time. Aw, that's cute. We can see that there are even children and younger members amongst the resistance, probably from fleeing away from kindergartens. Oh yeah, or even those like farms or whatever is too. Like the whatchamacallit, like the place that Till, we kinda, like, saw the flashback of him and his mom. I was kinda wondering if they ever try to rescue people from there. The video then takes a turn and begins going over what ifs and showing alternate scenarios and even positive moments that our main cast could have gotten if they weren't in this universe. Oh man, I know the fanfic writers they've gotta be on this, making these AUs right now, making like the Suamizi mall date. Come on. Yeah, I was a little confused when I first saw this because I was like, they look adult here and like they're on a date, but I was like, I don't think they, you know, I was like, I'm not really sure when that would have happened, but it makes sense if it's just like an alternate AU. In this alternate life, we see Sua and Mizi trying on each other's dresses backstage. Aw, going on tours with each other. Oh my god. Oh my god, are they like a duo group? Oh my god. I would see them on tour so bad. Can you imagine? Oh my god, seeing their tour and them singing their love songs for each other on stage? I would die. I would just melt. And staying close to each other for each performance, just as they promised in their first interview in My Climate. We need this. We need that. This is canon. This is canon. That's canon. They're on tour right now. I believe them. They're opening up for Chapel Roan as we speak. I believe that in my heart. We see a quick snippet of Ivan and Martin, who also goes by Marty more often, eating food at a cafeteria together in an alternate life. They both seem content eating with one another. Okay, so this kind of like maybe them going to like a school or something. As checked in January 2025, the Alien Stage Wikipedia stated that Marty did not go to the same kindergarten as Ivan. The art book stated that he went to class 49. However, in Wiege, it shows them both in class 50 together. It's unsure if the fact before was retconned or if this is specifically an AU choice, as it can lean both ways. The wiki has changed since then too, after the episode. Marty is seen more in these AUs with them and is never shown in other comics or kindergarten profiles of the cast. But it's more likely the idea got retconned or edited by Wikipedia editors. Okay, interesting. I don't even really remember Marty. I'm not really sure. Oh, wait, is that Marty? Was he the guy? Was he the guy that competed against was it Till that he competed against earlier? I couldn't remember. I feel like he does look kind of like that same guy though that we saw in like a previous round or a similar one. Um, in Till's alternate life, he would have become an artist, something he had great passion for. As in the series, his lyric sheets show he often sketched Measy. Yeah, he was so good at drawing the harmony flowers and more doodles. He even did a graffiti on his own shirts. We also were teased about this after final round and Trace, his personal comic. Yeah, cute. That makes sense. He's such an artistic guy. We see a split moment of an unknown family, likely homeless, who are feeding the young children while hiding out in the underground tunnels. It's interesting because while there are happy alternate universe moments popping in, we still see the sadness of reality seep into these memories. Okay. Kind of going back to the present day. We also see the children in their happiest of moments, singing and making music together during their lessons. We see Sue and Measy sharing and giggling over their notes. Ivan, of course, he's watching Till. Ivan watching Till perform. And as referenced back in Final Round, we see Till playing his xylophone. I noticed he was on the xylophone. What a little cutie pie. What a little cutie pie. Before more happy memories start flooding in, we see Measy covered in Sua's blood. Like, just remember, none of this shit was real. Well, I guess this was real for a moment, but this was a fleeting moment. Their happiness was short. Keep that in mind. Let's go back to trauma. Before more happy memories start flooding in, we see Measy covered in Sua's blood during my clematis. No matter how many happy memories there were or could have been, scenes of the reality keep popping through. It's like the alien stage, like, and don't get happy yet. Don't get happy thinking there's a Measy Sua tour, Weeby. Remember, Sua is fucking dead still. And her blood was covering Measy in her final moments. And she suffered greatly. Just don't forget that. Don't forget that, Weeby. Stop being Delulu. Like, they can't let me have a second. You know what I mean? We see a frame of Huna happily running with scratches on her body. This was likely during one of her missions, one in the Resistance. If you slow the frame down, she's running alongside Dewey and Isaac. Okay, that's cool. I figured this was probably from a mission. It was a little confusing, like trying to figure out when everything was from, especially like the first watch through, kind of like because I was like see like the AU stuff, then it's the childhood memories and like their kind of happy future memories or whatever. Uh oh my god, is that a love note? Is that a love note? No, stop it! Stop it! In this universe, we see Ivan holding a love letter that he. Oh my god, he was. Oh my god, it was from Till. I'm screaming. That he received with bears all over it. On the Alien Stage Reddit, fans try to decipher what it said. In summary, the note is asking Ivan to meet up with someone at 6 p.m. I wonder who that is. Some fans believe it's Till's love letter, while others believe it's Till being asked to hand out someone else's letter to Ivan. I like the first one. I like the first interpretation. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go with that one. This is because a previously comic revealed that students would hand Ivan's letters and gifts over to Till out of bashfulness. That makes sense. Ivan is like, I feel like he would be getting a lot of attention from, all the girls and guys. You'll see in the miscellaneous section, Ivan is also adorning some headphones are on his neck. These headphones are likely Till's, as these were his headphones. As in some outside posts for the Alien Stage High School AU and merchandise, the creator showcased Till in the same headphones. Aw, that's so cute. I could totally see it being like him getting passed like a note from like another student though, because like I want to believe it was Till who wrote it, but I don't know. I can't tell if that's his vibe or if he would just kind of I could see him writing a note, especially if it just says something like meet up with someone at 6 p.m. I don't know if I could see him being super cheesy in the note, but I could see him doing the note. And he totally owns little sticky notes with Winnie the Pooh on it. I believe that fits his vibe. In the perfect life, we see that Huna and Luca would have pursued their mutual love for each other and would have been married. having a normal life where her brother was alive and where no trauma occurred. They lived together and everything was okay. Oh my God, pain. So much pain. So much pain. So much pain. So much pain. Oh my God. Oh, it hurts. That's just like the life they both deserve. I know Luca, I've been giving him a hard time because he has done a bunch of fucked up stuff in this, but like he really doesn't deserve the horrible like life that he's been given to. And I guess it's like, I don't know. I don't want to be like an apologist for him, but at the same time, like he definitely would have never done everything that he's done under like normal circumstances. So it just like it hurts. It's like he deserved to have a normal life too. You know what I mean? Especially, yeah, I was like, I feel like a lot of yeah, it's like, no, fuck it. I am an apologist. I will be an apologist for you, Luca, because the more I think about it, the more it's like, okay, it was super fucked up. He manipulated Till, or like he was using like Ivan's memory against Till in the competition, and same with like Mizi and Sua, but like like, he's gone through so much too, like, literally getting fucking trapped by Heparu, having all these clones. He was trying to save the clones, he ended up accidentally killing them. I get why he has so much trauma. He wouldn't what I'm trying to say is he never would have done this if it was a normal life. So it's like he does, I feel like, deserve to have that life with Hyuna, like a real, like, peaceful life together, you know what I mean? So fuck it. I will be I will be an apologist, damn it. In the next scene, we see someone handing out because it's like, I don't know, I feel like with characters like him, I always want to toe the line. I don't want to like be a straight up apologist or like defend everything they do, but I also like want to be sympathetic too. But I do feel like I don't know. I feel like he has such a sympathetic backstory that maybe I can be a full-blown defender apologist. Maybe I can. Thank you, Breathe the Cookie Monster. Vivino's really said doomed gays, doomed lesbians, and doomed straights. I'm fucking cracking up. That's so sweet. They included everybody. I appreciate that. Doomed us all. I'm dead. Oh, that's actually really funny. I didn't even think about that. In the next scene, we see someone handing out a harmony flower to Till, who then wears it behind his ear passionately as he sings. Fans pointed out that the skin complexion is reminiscent of Ivan's and is likely his. Aw, oh yeah, probably. It's I'm giving him a flower. That's so cute. We also see Till showing off his sketches and art pieces to Ivan. In this universe, it seems the two are much closer to one another, as shown with the gifting of the harmony flower and Till showing his art to him. This is likely how Ivan wanted their relationship to be, and these were the times that Till sadly missed out on. Yeah, I guess Ivan just didn't really know how to communicate with him either. And it's like obvious that they're going through like this crazy, insane world that's like so against them. So it's tough. I'm trying to imagining Ivan being all shy, handing him the flower. It's like, it's so adorable. Yeah, this was cute too. Them sneaking out and trying to mess with these monsters. We see an adorable scene of Misi, Sua, Ivan, and Till brushing the teeth of a Segian creature. I love Till in this shot too. He looks so memey. Oh, that's a brush. I was wondering what that was. Fun fact, this is the same Cerberus creature that caught Till and Misi in round 3, and is likely the same one in Ivan's teaser for his song Nowhere. Oh, okay, cool. I thought it kind of seemed like the same one that we saw in that previous song. We skip back to reality for a moment, and we see Hyuna's brother. The motive is unclear, but it's shown that Hyunwoo attacked Luca first in their fight. On the page, oh, see, I can go full-blown defender of Luca there, too. Hyunwoo had it coming. I'm kidding. It would be kind of a funny moment though to be like, you know what? Actually, it was self-defense. Hyunwoo wanted blood, and Luca was just trying to defend himself. There was probably a small child behind him that Hyunwoo was trying to murder, and then Luca killed him to defend that small child. For sure. Okay, no, I'm kidding though. I don't know if I really have too much defense for him in that situation, but we'll see what I can come up with. On the Patreon, Vivino said this was due to his feelings of disappointment and jealousy being at an all-time high. Luca was unaware of how to deal with his attack like a normal kid, so his embrittled rage turned into impulsive violence to eventual manslaughter. Okay. I guess, yeah, he just didn't really know how to control his rage. He does seem like I guess kinda like what they were saying before, like, he doesn't seem superhuman, like, superhuman. He doesn't seem like he really understands, like, human emotions or kind of, like, how to act human in some ways, or maybe he doesn't really understand how to control his own human emotions, I guess. It's, like, kinda similar to Ivan, but maybe more extreme in some ways. Like a normal kid, so his unbridled rage turned into impulsive violence. I guess that is kind of the way where he seems really innocent. Like, he doesn't really seem like he understands how to act with other people, what's, like, right and wrong in some ways too, and I do think that is kinda where that naivety and, like, innocence in his face is kind of, you know? By landing on the rock rather fans pointed out that Hyunwoo must have died accidentally. Oh, see? Defender till the day I die. It was an accident. By landing on the rock rather than how All In painted Luca in a murderous light at the time. Luca likely didn't know how to process the fact of what murder was. He could only comprehend the feeling of finally winning a fight against Hyunwoo. Oh, so that was why he was smiling. I was gonna say, it did kinda paint him more in like a, I definitely thought he murdered his ass in cold blood in that song, honestly. I definitely thought that. But I guess that makes sense too. I kinda wanna go back to All In a little bit just to kinda see. Can't remember, I think it was sort of, it's, like, probably around the most replayed time. Oh, yeah. I guess, yeah, I coulda just been tripping on the rock. That fucking smile, dude. He does look so fucking evil, but he never was, you know? And and like I said, defender till the day I die. It was an accident. Oh, man. I guess it is kinda like he didn't really realize, yeah, the emotional impact it would have on Hyuna, and so, yeah, he was just kinda smiling because he won the fight. He was just like, "Yippee, I win! Aren't you happy, Hyuna?" Didn't really realize that, like, yeah, you know, that's her brother. He's dead now. She'll never see him again. She's probably traumatized because she just had to see his dead body in front of her. Yeah. Now, this scene is the most important as it's the gunshot that killed Hyuna. However, there's a ton of talk online regarding this scene. Many fans pointed out how these are trained professional shooters amongst the resistance. Oh yeah, it is a resistance member actually. I didn't even notice that. I kind of just thought it was an alien stage person. Many fans pointed out how these are trained professional shooters amongst the resistance. So it made no sense why they'd wait for the moment to shoot Luca right as Hyuna jumped in. It's just that stormtrooper aim. This led to some popular theories regarding a potential traitor against the humans, but this was never confirmed and was left only as a theory. Okay, I didn't even notice that, but yeah, they are in the same kind of like resistance clothes. I was assuming it was like an alien stage person was trying to shoot him because he was trying to like hug a resistance member or something, but okay. In this particular scene, we see snippets of Isaac's brother Jacob dying as his friends and family from the resistance surround him. Okay, it's Isaac's brother. This memory clearly affects Huna, despite her will to be tough skinned and her habit of pushing her true emotions down through alcoholism and constant optimism. Ah, that toxic positivity. However, there's more to the scene than we know. On a public and free Patreon post, the Alien Stage creators posted a fully English translated comic named Our Diva, going over Huna's initiation into the resistance. She is a diva, and how Jacob brought her in, with Isaac being skeptical of her capabilities and their cause, but then she proved herself as a diva. This is a great flashback story to explain the scene. Okay, I think Brie might have included some comics at the end of this, so we might be able to get to this later. It also touches a bit upon the significance of the rocket that's being launched in the background. I was wondering what this meant. I thought it was like a symbolic thing, maybe. And what its intentions are for. Of course, you'll be learning more about this and other posts from later on, too. Ah, cliffhanger. Below is a slideshow I made of the comic. Enjoy. Oh, here we go. Our Diva. Presentation mode for a full experience. She is our diva. She is dead now, but but she's still our diva. And she will be forever. Original comic and translation by Team Forma Plus 9, Alien Stage Team, our diva. If you know your enemy and yourself, you will never be defeated, he said. It was my big bro's shitty excuse. It had been 2 weeks since he'd stormed out the door, saying he needed someone who knew what they were doing to break into alien stage. I told you I'd get her, right? How about my recruiting skills? Her name's Huna. I never thought he would bring her. I was trying to figure out who was narrating. Do you need a tissue? Oh my, have you caught a cold? I'm sneezing all because I'm next to all these good looking faces. See, already risen him up. That's my girl. What the hell does this mean? I realized he picked up an oddball. See, she's Diva in the house down. Put my legs on a diet, please. For the first few weeks, I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. If she's doing this joke a dozen times a day, I'm going to guess she's a little screwed up, but happy? I soon realized that her state of mind was serious. What use is a hedonist like this to the cause and salvation of humanity, as my brother Jacob says? Not again. You've had enough. Ugh. Just leave it alone, Jacob. You know it's pointless. How many more times do I have to see someone wallow in self-pity like this? Yeah, I guess it does seem like she has a lot of issues with alcoholism. We brought Dewey in when he was really young, and he's an optimistic guy, so it was no problem. Is this mission you're planning a kids game? We're less than a year away from the start of our mission. How long are you going to spend your energy on this pointless bullshit? I guess she was only in the resistance for a year, another thing about it, cuz she was 49 and this was 50. She seemed pretty optimistic too. You're stuck with this shit. Do you know where I first discovered Huna? Probably down a sewer somewhere in the theater. You're right, but she wasn't escaping. She was heading towards Enact Garden, to the place where she had been captive, and where there were other children like her. Oh, wow. She was just trying to go back there? How is she going to save them with one leg? How is she going to save them with one leg? Stupid, right? Just like us. Ah, she was going back to try to save the kids there? Aw. I thought maybe she was just going back there because she didn't really know where else to go. Because it's like that is her home in a way. He's always been good at convincing people with nonsense. Jacob was talking about launching rockets, sending our sound across the universe, things that people of today's era would find ridiculous. But I knew something about him. Jacob is going to be able to do it. Jacob's never failed before, so he can really accomplish these crazy things. With my help, maybe my brother could launch a rocket or a missile or whatever. In that case, that's what the missile is referring to, kind of. Anyway, be nice to your brother. Ah! Holy shit! I was supposed to be here. This is my spot. That's right. She's been here all along. Quick, go help them. Up until then, I never would have agreed that she would be a big help, but I'm going to tell the boss about you if you're screwing around. Still, with each passing day, Huda seemed to improve. Getting too drunk wasn't much better, but she didn't seem to mind either. She followed Jacob without question. Perhaps she couldn't stand the sophistry of my brother. So the 6 weeks that he was gone were hell. People were burned out. Oh God, tell me he's not dead too. Jeez. People were burned out from a lack of purpose, and I was busy calming the chaos as interim leader while he was away. I tried my best, but I would never have been as good as a leader as Jacob. Hey, weak street people! I thought it sounded like an interesting story about grandiose dreams, and all I got was this much exhaustion. Shall I show you my life skills that the Seguins have worked so hard to cultivate? Again, her being a diva. Worse! Oh my goodness. Drunken party. Oh, she's singing that one song we heard earlier? But I don't think we could have known how much her out of the blue act would mean to me. Aw. And then he came back. Oh no. An unrecognizable haggard figure resting on the shoulders of a stepbrother. It was one of those frequent unfortunate occurrences of being captured by the dreaded Seguin. I don't remember much about that. I didn't have time to look around. I was too busy making sure my brother was breathing. But I don't remember any voices singing triumphantly among the cries of their comrades. Ah, God, yeah, he did. Okay, so that was him, the flashback we saw. He did look really rough. Jesus, these aliens are so evil! He repeatedly asked me to do this and to do that in an inaudible rasp until he looked at a woman who wasn't crying and said, "Forgive yourself." And then he stopped breathing. Oh, that was what she said to Luca too. Oh my god. Oh my god. Something seemed to have changed in her since that day. It was the same old jokes, the same old mentions that didn't work, the same old crowd pleasing. But yeah, something was different. Isaac. I'm going to continue his plan. Oh man, she looks beat up too. Aw, it's stupid. Just like us. Aw, exactly. We're a bunch of stupid people. Aw, that was so sweet. That was really good. That might be one of my favorite comics so far. That one really went like in depth, I feel like, on their background. Really cute way to see kind of like how they bonded. You know what I mean? Aw. Oh, that was good. That was good. Painful as always, but good. Really good. On February 28th, 2025, Vinos explained to the Patreon that this specific scene of Luca, always counting his fingers with Huna, joining him on it, was their first ever encounter with each other. It was also Hyunwoo's first time meeting him too. Okay, is he like counting his fingers to make sure he's human or something? They saw how isolated Luca was, and with their extroverted personalities, they wanted to make him fit in. Venus had also confirmed more regarding Luca's upbringing, telling the audience that Luca was, in fact, abused behind the scenes by Seguins. Yeah, most likely Heparu. Fuck that penis-looking bitch. And that this abuse of trying to perfect himself always had him count his own fingers just to check if he was alive. Okay, I figured it might be something like that. Oh no, no! His face looks so pain. In Hyuna's dying moments, she protects Luca, albeit her hatred for him, because she loathes the fact that she still loves him even after everything that he did. In official comic, oh god, not another comic. They even go over her thought process more and her feelings towards Luca. Oh god, this is gonna be painful. It's pretty fascinating. Fascinating? Is that what you call it? It's probably gonna be fucking pain. Fucking pain, fucking torture. Arise and Awake, original comic and English translation by team. Form a +9 alien stage team. Oh, it's gonna be so depressing. Someone who only knows suffering and can only inflict the same, a pitiful soul who never understood the meaning of love. Yeah, I figured she probably pities him because it's like his life really is just so like it's so depressing. It's kind of like pitiful, you know? Like that's a really good way to describe him too. A life full of pain. He only really knows to inflict pain as well. It's like, uh, hits you right there in the heart. Luca, my one and only weakness. I couldn't stand seeing myself on those posters because I knew exactly the face you'd have. Girl, he was kissing your posters too. He's so down bad. Yes, I bet you were smiling from ear to ear. He did more than that. Because you love me more than yourself. I love him. I love him. Oh my god. He's so pitiful. Oh god, I can't help but love him. Forgive yourself. At the time, I didn't get it. Because it wasn't myself I couldn't forgive. It was you. But in time, I came to understand. I refused to face the reality of my brother's death. It does seem like, yeah, he was comforting her, I guess, after. I guess it's, God, that adds like another layer of like, he's like comforting her after her brother's death, and he doesn't really understand, yeah, how fucked up it was that he like, I guess he didn't murder him, but like manslaughtered him, you know? I guess he might. I guess he might understand how fucked up it is later, but I don't even know if he really understands how bad it is at that point. I think it's probably also a mixture of like not understanding how bad it was, but also that you are the last person she would want comforting you right now, but he is comforting her still because it's like that's he like cares about her and loves her and like he thinks it's the right thing to do. So it's like all these layers of like messed upness. I refuse to face the reality of my brother's death. And even now, I still love you. I've never forgiven myself for those reasons. And so, you can never be forgiven by me either. He's so cute! I love him. I did not expect to be like feeling so much love and sympathy for him because I liked him, previously as a villain because I hated him so much yesterday or not yesterday, last week when we were watching. And now I'm just like I love him. He's never done anything wrong his whole life. I feel like I've completely flipped on him. Oh god. You who betrayed me so cruelly. I finally hold you in my arms. This is my revenge. I'm done. Huh? Already? That was so fast. This time, I'll be your new puzzle to solve. Okay, I'll give you another one. Hold on. I'll make it harder. I'll make it a harder one this time. Hey, no peeking. Close your eyes. I guess he's like brilliant too. That's how she's able to always get him to do those. Okay. So don't rush and take your time to figure it out. All done. You can open your eyes now. I don't know how long it'll take, but I hope you find your own answer. I am so curious to see how him and Measy need to get together in Karma and kill all the aliens. Kill them all. That's what I want. That's what I want from Karma. That's not going to happen though. They're probably just both going to die horrible, tragic deaths. And then Vivinos is going to be like, season 51. Everybody line up for season 51 where we can see more tragedy. That's kind of what I feel like this is going to go to. It is kind of interesting though, because I mean they could make a new season and we could follow more people in the next season. So I feel like that's probably how it's gonna go. But I want to be Delulu and believe that they're gonna kill all the aliens and have a happy ending. At the end of Wiege, there were many theories spreading around for the next episode. Fans pointed out that this episode showed Luca gaining a sense of humanity and empathy back after Huna died in his arms, while Measy has lost. Oh god. I'm just thinking of how he feels too after Huna died. Oh my god, I'm like, why do I feel so much for Luca? This was not supposed to happen. I hated him last episode. Now I'm like, oh, my poor baby, my cinnamon roll. Oh god. Fans pointed out that this episode showed Luca gaining a sense of humanity and empathy back after Huna died in his arms, while Measy has lost everyone close to her. I guess maybe now he can kind of piece it together. He can maybe piece together how Measy might feel and like, it actually was kind of fucked up. I used Sua's death against you. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. This spreaded theories online that Measy has nothing left to lose and may lose her humanity completely, possibly going to kill Luca. No, don't kill Luca. He's baby girl now. For real this time. However, the only thing we can do is wait and see. Just kill all the aliens. Get together and kill all the aliens. It's just like, there's no fucking way they can win. We're definitely going to get Alien Stage Season 51. God dang it. On one hand, it's like, I want Alien Stage Season 51 because we'll get more bops and more content. But at the same time, I want them to win. But then if they win, will we not get more content after this? I don't know. I think I want them to live though. Okay, thank you. Makoto Kakatsuchi. Hi, I'm here. Thank you so much for joining. We're all suffering right now. I hope you enjoy the suffering with us. Something that fans have pointed out after Ouija's upload is that in top 3, Measy and Luca are the only two that have their eyes closed when it presents the main cast. However, everyone else with open eyes has died so far. Okay, interesting. Only two that have their eyes closed when it presents the main cast. Okay. Considering the attention to detail, this could have been major foreshadowing to their survival amongst the cast. Maybe an alternate thing. An alternate thing is they could escape together, join the resistance. We get Alien Stage Season 51 with new castmates, new tragic gay love stories, and Luca and Measy come out and save the day and stop it. And so we get more bops and they live and they save the day. And they do some ritual to bring back the others. So we'll just throw that back in there too. Why not? Consider the attention to detail. This could have been major foreshadowing to their survival amongst the cast. Whenever these episodes are in production, they're done months in advance. So it wouldn't be too surprising if the creators had planned for Luca and Measy to be the final two. Yeah, I could definitely see that being from the beginning. Thank you, Kohaku Kitsune. What I miss here? I don't know exactly how familiar you are with Alien Stage, but if you're not familiar at all with Alien Stage, I would definitely go back and rewatch from the beginning because you've missed a lot. You've missed a lot, but I think you would really like this. I think you would really like this series. If you haven't checked it out, Kohaku, there's a lot of other people you could add to your Pride Month announcements. A lot of other people and couples. Okay, Karma. The finale, as the creators said on the Patreon, this is the final and longest music video that we'll get for the series at the time being. So maybe another season. First we alien, then we stage. That's so true. That's so true. But who's to say that the comics and but who's to say that the comics and posts won't continue? We'll just have to see. It's been a wild and fun ride, so I hope you sincerely enjoy seeing how they wrap this series up. Oh god, I'm so nervous. I'm so fucking nervous. Okay, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. They're just all gonna die. It'll just be the same thing that's been happening before. They're just all gonna die again. No biggie. We've already been through this. We've already been through this. Be fine. Okay, okay. I got Fuda here to comfort me too. He's here for emotional support. Okay, okay. God, this one's 8 minutes too. Oh wait, let me let me raise the volume. I think I lowered it. God. Him crying as a child. I'm sure he's crying now too. Please team up with Mizi. Oh shit! Oh no! She is gonna fuck him up! No! No!
위선 떨지 마. 너나 나나
Oh god.
구원받을 자격 없어.
Oh shit. Oh god. Oh, his light is red! Hanu! Oh my god. Oh, what the fuck? Is she gonna shoot him? Oh, Sua. Oh shit! What the fuck, girl? Oh my god! She's lost her damn mind. Oh, is this Sua's voice? Did I been? Ah, until. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh Jesus. Interesting. All the heart symbolism. Okay, girls! Should I let y'all have a moment alone? Should I let y'all have a moment alone? Oh, the ghost. Interesting.
하나 언니, 고백할 게 있어요. 그 애는 매일 밤 남몰래
Rehearsing her death.
있었어요. 사실 알면서 모른 척했어요. 아마도 전 그 애한테 그렇게까지 절박하지 않았나 봐요. 언니 사랑하는 알아요. 하지만 이것 또한 사랑이었어요. 큰 누가 뭐라 할 수 있겠어요? 언니도 그 애의 표정을 봤다면 날 질책할 수 없을걸요?
Is this Mizi saying this? Okay, girls! I'm confused but very intrigued. Falling in the flames, though. Oh, yay! Oh, it's so good to see them kissing, even though it's probably just our imagination or something.
애초에 당신은 도망치고 있는 것뿐이야. 단 한순간도 자신의 진짜 감정을 직면하지 않았지.
Once you face your real feelings.
적당한 대의나 정의 같은 것에 매달리면 뭔가 해결되는 것 같았나요? 돌아온 게 그 개죽음이고 자유가 주어진다 한들 우린 똑같이 외로웠을 거예요. 인간 그 자체가 이 모든 괴로움의 주범이니까.
The root of all this pain.
자취하지 않고선
Capricious kingdoms exploiting. It does kind of seem like she's having like a mental breakdown. Oh, she lit the whole place on fire? Well, that probably killed some aliens. That's a win. That's a win. I'll take it. Oh, her ghost. You feel her presence? Like, and then he wakes up. Yeah, right. She is having a major crash out, isn't she? Okay, no, we still got some more. That was a lot. I was like, I might take a breath to just kind of like pause. I was like, I don't even know what I was watching sometimes. I feel like there's a lot of symbolic stuff that I might have to go back and kind of relook through. I guess some of the stuff she was imagining too with like the hearts, like Ivan and Till with the heart makeout scene, then her and Sue with the heart makeout scene was probably, I guess, maybe like what she was thinking of when she was like crashing out and deciding to light the whole place on fire. It didn't seem like she shot, what was his name? Not Jacob. Jacob's brother? Because Jacob was the brother who died, I think. It was like I'm still not knowing exactly everybody's names from like the resistance. I don't know their names super well, but it didn't seem like she shot him too. I was like, I didn't really understand why she did that. So it is kind of, I guess it's like, seems like she lost her humanity because she starting to think also that maybe she thought humans were the problem. I think it's the aliens though, girl. I don't know. It was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. Isaac. Okay, that's his name. I was thinking that Jacob was the name of the brother who died. It's like I was trying to double check, but I was like, I feel like I'm getting the names mixed up. Thank you, Kuaka Kitsune. Yay, more gay people to name off the top of my head. I was like, yes, there's a lot of gay people in this one that I think you'll really like. It's very depressing though. Make sure you have a good therapy appointment scheduled after you check this out. And thank you again, Kuaka Kitsune. I'll definitely watch this from the beginning. It's so good. You definitely should. And like I said, there's this document that Bree and crap. I was like, why can't I don't know why I want to call them Nozomi right now. I was like, I literally Dorian. But they made a really good doc, and I definitely recommend checking that out and watching the thing from the beginning because it's really, really good. Okay, let's watch some more, and then I'll rewatch and try to piece stuff together. Oh, there he is, Isaac, literally.
어린 것의 순수함은 사치였다. 끝나지 않는 고통 속에서 사랑하고
No.
사랑하며 언젠가 올날의 희망을 품는 것은 살고자 하는 본능인가 이 탓임인가 그 중심에 있던 여자
These gonna be like the.
이 탓.
Are these gonna be the new people? Are these gonna be Alien Stage 51? They don't look very Acorn and Mayo like. They look interesting.
살고자 하는 본능인가 이 탓임인가 그 중심에 있던 여자 지금은 마녀라 불리는 그 여자는
Okay, I'm gonna go from the beginning. I feel like I have so much stuff going on in my head right now. I can't focus. Okay.
인간에겐
For humans and
그리고 이
these two.
짐승들에겐 어린 것의 순수함은 사치였다. 끝나지 않는 고통 속에서 사랑하고 사랑하며 언젠가
Okay,
올날의
so
희망을
afterwards.
품는 것은 살고자 하는 본능인가 이 탓임인가? 그 중심에 있던 여자. 지금은 마녀라 불리는 그 여자는
Now called a witch.
늘 사랑을 찾곤 했다.
Luke is back! I guess that clone got
이
killed,
왕자의
probably.
원래는 어디서부터 왔으며 도무지 해답이 없는 시련을 이 생명들이 극복할 수 있을까?
Oh, yeah! Smack him in the face! Well, the flowers, too. Poor little kids. Oh, whoa! Interesting. Like a museum. Who are these kids, dude? Like, kind of looks like Maisie, but not really. Wait, what the fuck? What the? Wait, what the? Wait, what the fuck? Wait, what was the, that? Is that Till? What the fuck? What is going on? I'm so getting fucking confused. What the fuck? I'll take it though. I'll fucking take it though. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'll take that shit. Let's go. Now I just need Ivan to come back too. Let's go. I was like, Isaac looks a little different. Like, what did Isaac look? Holy shit. It's like, took me a second because I just was not expecting it at all. What the fuck? Oh, who are these? Are these kids gonna be like the next? Well, I guess they probably would be Alien Stage 51 actually, because they're really young right here. But interesting. What the hell? I'll take. Is Misi still alive too? I was kind of confused about that too. And I'm glad we got a lore document for this one. I'm glad we got a lore document for this one because I feel like I am confused in a lot of what I saw. Oh man. But yeah, we can go through and watch everything again. But I don't know how he lived, but I'm so happy he did. Unless it's like a clone or something, maybe. Because they make the Luca clones, so I guess they could. I don't know. Oh, whatever. I'll fucking take it. Can they make an Ivan? If it is a clone, can they make an Ivan clone, please, too? Thank you, Zol. Can't stay, but have an amazing stream. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate you. And thanks for stopping by. And thank you, Paul, God of Rain. Measy equals Glinda. No one mourns the wicked. That actually is really funny. That's true. That actually is kind of true. I was kind of thinking about that when they said, because they called her a witch. Okay, so many thoughts, mostly questions. I don't know if I have a lot of theories. I have a lot of questions though. There's gonna be a season 2. Let's fucking go. I figure it's like there's gotta be a season 2. Like this has gotten so popular, and I feel like kind of similar to Danganronpa, it's a pretty good setup to where we could watch a future Alien Stage and then maybe see Luca will be back. Although it does seem like I'm assuming the Luca clone that was there probably died. I feel like Maisie, well, would she have died? Because Till lived some fucking... If Till lived through that, I think Maisie can live through it too. So it's like, maybe she did live. It did seem like, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like... I don't know. I feel like with her arc, it seems like maybe, she loved everybody at the beginning. Then after Sua died, she came to like hate aliens. And then after everything else happened, she came to like hate humans too. So she would just like burn it all to the ground, essentially. Burn it all besides my lesbian lover, which, honestly fair. That's kind of based. I support women's rights, but I support their wrongs too. But that is kind of what it seemed like her arc was. But I am really curious if she's still alive or not. I don't know if she would be. Because like I said, it seemed like, yeah, she turned on the rebellion too. I don't know if they would really accept her, you know what I mean? I don't know. Okay, I guess maybe I'll watch it again. I don't know if I'm really going to get any questions answered from watching it again. But we'll watch it again just to check if there's anything maybe. Because it's just like, I don't know, man. Sometimes I get like overstimulated because there's so much going on, you know what I mean? I'm like trying to read the subs and look at the visuals and like take it all in. I feel like sometimes I'm a little slow because I'm, like, trying to take so much in, like, you know? And thank you, Kwaku Kitsune. Back to binge analyzing Danganronpa for my fan gan. Oh, yeah, have fun with that. Thanks so much for stopping by. I appreciate you. Oh, man. Notes. Some Q&As may be translated wrong. You'll see notes on some of them, which is why people don't know. Okay, cool. We'll definitely check it out. Okay, we'll go ahead and watch this again, and then we'll go through the theory stuff and try to break everything down. Ugh, my pure cinnamon roll who did nothing wrong. I always stand you, Luca. Just want you to know I always had your back. I never hated you for a second. Anything chat tells you is lies and slander.
위선 떨지 마.
Did she just beat him to death now that I think about it?
구원받을 자격 없어.
Or no, I think he might have been alive when it was burning. I can't remember. I'll stop yapping.
그대와 함께 있나 멀리 지하의 별로 우리 영원
I guess this was, yeah, maybe before they went on stage.
당신과 나도
And yeah, I think the white text is Sua, and then the pink text is Maisie. Yeah. Swaying while she's going on a murder rampage. And the ghost children watching. Poor Maisie, she's just so broken. Not totally sure what the symbolism for the heart means. I guess maybe kind of like all the wrongs they did. Maybe something kind of like along those lines. Maybe all their sins, black and stuff. And then the girls. Okay, sorry, I'll give y'all some space. We're gonna go a long time. They were freaky in this video. Oh man.
현아 언니, 고백할 게 있어요.
Okay, yeah, it definitely is. Sua was saying the first part, then Hyuna. Not Hyuna. Maisie is saying this part. So, because, yeah, it was like, she was mentioning she knew that Sua was like practicing her death every night, but she pretended not to notice. I guess it's kind of like the Delulu kind of thing. I think it probably a lot of it is like, whatchamacallit, like, you want to, I don't know. I get it because I'm a delusional girly myself. Me and her have that in common. But I think it is kind of like you want to shield yourself from the reality of what's going on. And she never, I guess, had to personally suffer from her like alien. So I guess I can kind of see why she would want to just convince herself that everything's okay. And like, even though she knew that something was up, like deep down that, you know, her Sua was going to die in the competition, maybe even had an idea that Sua would like die for her. She just wanted to pretend that wasn't going to happen, like to delude herself. That kind of is what it seems like it was implying. But very interesting.
현아 언니, 고백할 게 있어.
Okay, she's telling us to Hyuna
그녀는
too.
매일 밤 남몰래 죽음을 연습하고
Yeah.
있었어요. 사실 알면서 모른 척했어요. 아마도 전 그 애한테 그렇게까지 절박하지 않았나 봐요.
I feel like you are though, girl.
언니의 사랑과는 다르다는 거 알아요. 하지만 이것 또한 사랑이었어요. 그 누가 뭐라 할 수 있겠어요? 언니도 그 애의 표정을 봤다면 날 질책할 수 없을걸요?
Flowers are so pretty. I love the artistic part there. Them getting freaky again. Okay, then yeah, this is back to Sua singing. Not sure exactly what this part's supposed to symbolize. Maybe just like their life going to hell. I guess, yeah, the flames too, the fact that she's burning everything. Oh, here we go, here we go. Oh, so beautiful, dude. All the lyrics are supposed to be pink. Not sure why some turn white. Oh, it's all Mizi singing. Okay. Huh, interesting.
당신은 도망치고 있는 것뿐이야.
So I thought it would make sense if they were both singing, but okay, my bad.
단 한순간도 자신의 진짜 감정을 직면하는
Oh wait, let me go back a little bit.
애초에 당신은 도망치고 있는 것뿐이야. 단 한순간도 자신의 진짜 감정을 직면하지 않았지. 적당한 대의나 정의 같은 것에 매달리면 뭔가 해결되는 것 같았나요?
Okay, we're talking to Hyuna now.
그런 게 그 개죽음이고 자유가 주어진다 한들 우린 똑같이 외로웠을 거예요. 인간 그 자체가 이 모든 괴로움의 주범인 거예요.
Yeah, it's like she's turning on humans now too.
자취하지 않고선 살아갈 수 없는 존재들이니까.
I guess it's like from her own guilt as well as like the evil stuff Luca's done too, and I don't know, I guess the humans turning on each other. My crash out queen. Oh, did he just, yeah. I guess Luca just died from the fire. He's still alive there. Did Sua bring him back to life? I'm still not sure how Till came back. I'm grateful for it. It did kind of look like he moved there. I thought I was being delusional, but... Oh, yeah, I guess she is putting her head to his heart, actually. Oh, that is... Okay. 'Cause I kind of thought it did look like he moved, but I thought it was just the cut, the jump cut, that, like, made it seem like that. I was like, let me just be delusional for a second. Oh, gosh. Okay, so she went back to Isaac, and then... Okay, so I think that does mean her, Isaac, and Till are probably all still together then, because it seems like she brought him to Isaac, like, hey... I know I just like shot you and shit, but like Till's alive, so can we like maybe go back to your resistance camp or something? Sorry for shooting you. Just a little crash out moment, okay? Think what, a girl can't crash out a little bit? I thought maybe she died for a second, because I thought maybe this was like them reuniting like after death or something, but I don't think so. I don't think so.
인간에겐 그리고 이 짐승들에겐 어린 것의 순수함은 사치였다. 끝나지 않는 고통 속에서 사랑하고 사랑하며 언젠가 올날의 희망을 품는 것은 살고자 하는 본능인가? 이 탓임인가? 그 중심에 있던 여자, 지금은 마녀라 불리는 그 여자는 늘 사랑을 찾곤 했다.
Support her rights and wrongs.
그 사랑을 탓할 수 있을까?
In memory of the alien stage tragedy, seventh year tribute. Oh wow, so this is way after season 50, right? Oh, 7 years after. Wow, interesting. And Luca's back. Okay, wow. So Luca came back only after 7 years. I'm pretty sure he would have died in the fire. I'm pretty sure. Poor Luca, dude. Poor Luca, dude. I like hate that he keeps like, I don't know, like they keep like reviving him and forcing him to be like to live this hell, you know what I mean? Like, it's awful. I hope he can like join like Till and them later. I hope so.
도무지 해답이 없는 시련을.
I was so convinced this was Isaac. It makes sense because I was like, I didn't think Isaac ever had those like scars on his neck. I should have known it was Till when he showed up with that badass move. Is he trying to save the new kids, I guess? That was why he showed up there. Okay, this is like that's why they had it. Oh my god, is that an exhibit for Freddie the guitar? And we can't forget the most tragic death of all, Freddie. Yeah, it makes sense. Like it's like a memorial tribute museum. I'm so happy he's back. I don't know how the hell it happened, but I'm so grateful. This is such a sweet picture too. Aw. Can we bring back the rest? Can we bring back the rest, please? I guess she must have succeeded in killing a whole bunch of aliens too, because there's no way they would have a memorial for them if like it was just the humans who died, right? Because they don't give a shit about the humans. That's like they were supposed to die, you know what I mean? But she must have succeeded in killing a few aliens. And girl, no, she probably didn't take out Heparu though, because I was like, if you took out Heparu and what was Till's owner's name? I was like, if she took out Till's owner's name, I'll forgive her for the crash out. Granted, I already forgave her for it, but I'll forgive her even more for the crash out if she took out Till's evil ass alien owner. Thank you, Navik. There's a few more comics that show more of the aftermath. I don't know if it's in the doc you're reading, so sorry if I sound a bit stupid. Also, I love your vids. Oh, thank you so much. I don't think you sound stupid. Hopefully they're in there. I can always check with Bree, but I feel like knowing Bree and Dorian, they probably put them in there. But yeah, okay, let's go ahead and get back to the doc. I think I said everything I needed to say at this point. Elrac, fucking yeah, Elrac. God, I hope Elrac was in that fire, man. Any theories? Now is the time to discuss. I think I said all my theories. I still definitely do have. Oh, holy fuck! 64. Holy shit. The last part was 17 pages. This one's 64. Holy shit. Okay. Oh my god, this like jump scared me for a second. I guess it makes sense. There's a lot of stuff that happened, but that just took me by surprise. I knew it was probably going to be longer, but holy crap, 64! Karma lore. With this being the final episode, the song Karma is a song about Mizi making a soliloquy moments before she decides to end the entirety of Alien Stage, as she should, even if she must take out herself and her own resistance. Okay, she has lost everything, all hope. At this point, there is no God in her eyes. Kasua's gone. And we finally see Mizi's true side and feelings, especially as she falls deeper into despair and loneliness. Okay, that makes, I guess, more sense. Like, I guess she kind of felt like maybe there was no way to save the humans. It's kind of like, okay, the only way to end Alien Stage is if we just kill all of us. So, like, YOLO. I get it. Me together with you. Mizi reflecting on everything, remembering Sua. We head to the distant star below. She brings up how the two were headed down below for the better. The two were headed down below for the better, to eternity, or perhaps even beyond, wanting to be together eternally, often speaking of the afterlife. You and me, or we, Sue and Mizi, are shown to have had a fight, always feeling the need to be together. Also, this might be a little crass, but they were acting very freaky in this video. I'm like, did they smash before Sue died? If so, good for them. Good for them. It kind of seemed like it. I'm happy for them if that's the case. They deserve some happiness before all this shit. Oh gosh. Okay, yeah, it was this fight before they went on stage. It did seem like, yeah, she was kind of being delusional about they tempted. Okay, good. It's like I wasn't sure if she was like imagining the freaky parts. Like, oh, if only. I'm like, oh, hopefully they were able to. Like, because it's like they deserve some happiness. They deserve it. They deserve it. Okay, but yeah, I guess it was like they could be fighting. I guess it could be the stress too, because because it did seem like even Mizi kind of did have an understanding that they were gonna die, or one of them at least was gonna die. Just wanted to be delusional, even till the final moments. But I could see that causing tension if, like, one person's being, really serious and the other is not really taking it. But then it's like, She's like, "I can't be mad at you." So she starts smiling kind of thing. Makes sense, makes sense. Me together with you. In a fit of rage and desperation, Mizi shoots Isaac and plans to die to be with Sua. Yeah, that was pretty wild. At last we reach the star below. Mizi cradles herself. Oh, kind of like the last song, Cradle. After launching the rocket to the stage's direction, oh, that's the rocket. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. So after launching the rocket to the stage's location, to eternity or perhaps even beyond, while waiting for death, she remembers being comforted by friends. Okay. Oh, dude, no wonder. So she was like ready to accept death, and when she realized Till was still alive, that was when she kind of like gained the will to live again and went up to Isaac like, guess who gained the will to live again? Okay, to eternity and perhaps even beyond. While waiting for death, she remembers being comforted by friends. You and me or we. She feels comfort and is becoming content for death to arrive. I guess in her own way, she's like, I can kind of meet up with them again, Because it's like at this point, yeah, it's like everybody she's ever loved is dead. You know what I mean? I can see why she's despairing pretty hardcore. The twilight falls and Jilly embraces us. Ivan forcefully embraces Till, forcing him to see his love. Yeah, kind of like I guess it was kind of like reminiscent of what he did. And that other round where they sang, our hearts burst into joyful bloom. Luca holds the bursted and broken heart of Hyuna and Hyunwoo. Yeah, kind of symbolic of I guess how he hurt them. We ride in the wind to a place beyond time. Sue and Mizi have a passionate kiss, always side by side. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. If I'm with you, this love, the resistance tries to stop Mizi, but Mizi has already planned to see Sua. Yeah. Hyuna, there's something I need to confess. She was secretly rehearsing her death every night, and I knew but pretended not to. Maybe I just wasn't as— Girl, you are definitely just as desperate for her, girl. I was like, I wouldn't worry about that. I saw you in this video. Y'all were down bad for each other. That was an equal amount of down bad for each other, so I think you're good. I think the love was equal. I know my love was different from yours, but it was love too. Mizi tries to make herself the villain, feeling as if she was the one to kill Sua and all of her friends. I don't know why. Maybe she feels guilty for being delusional, I guess. I don't know why she would blame herself so hardcore for it though. Who could really blame me? If you'd seen the look on her face too, you wouldn't be able to judge me either. Mizi allowed Sua to sacrifice herself. Oh, after seeing that if she were to die, Sua wouldn't be able to live. Oh. Okay. Okay. Okay, now it's starting to clock a little bit more. So she really did realize, because I wasn't sure if she like realized that Sua was like planning to sacrifice herself or not, or if she just kind of knew that it was like, you know, she might die or whatever. And then I kind of figured maybe in the final moment Sua decided to die for Mizi, but it seems like maybe she just knew from the beginning, and then Mizi allowed Sua to sacrifice herself because she knew that if she died, Sua wouldn't be able to live because she like loved her so much. Sua feared living without Mizi more than death itself. Yeah, I guess it's like, oh man, that's so tragic. It's so tragic. I don't even know how to like really process it. I don't. Oh man, that's— I feel like a lot of the stuff in this series is like, it's so deep. It's not just like a surface level sad. It's like so deeply tragic. Like it's just like you feel it in your bones, you know what I mean? It's not like a wow, that was sad. Somebody died for somebody else. It's like, no, you understand. There's like 50 layers of this shit that makes it even more sad. It's like processing it is like, oh my God. Cause like that's so much to process. Like, I don't even know who to feel more bad for. It's like I feel bad for everybody. Like it's like, but it's like it's like everything I read, there's like more layers added onto it, and it just like makes it. Because I already thought it was tragic, but then it's like adding on this whole other layer. It's like, oh my God, even more so. Because it's like there was no happy ending, or there's no happy ending for either of them. But there was no way that Sua would even want to live without Mizi. Like that's just so like inherently tragic in itself. And then Mizi like choosing to live, it's like weird because it's like she's choosing to live to stop Sua's suffering, but then she also feels like it's inherently selfish to choose to live because she's allowing like her lover to die. So it's like there's so many it's just like yeah, it's just like it's so it's I don't even know how to describe it. It's just so tragic. When twilight falls and gently embraces us, the rocket's flames are nearing and the stage is burning. Our hearts burst into joyful bloom. All of Mizi's friends are singing for joy, falling as they feel free. We ride the wind to a place beyond time. I guess yeah, she kind of maybe feels like she's freeing them and all their spirits by blowing up the alien stage. That might be the kind of the symbolism of them falling into the fire or whatever. We ride the wind to a place beyond time. Mizi and Sue are seen finally having a kiss as the flames come. If I'm with you, this love, the only way for her to be with Sua is to die and finally set everyone free. You were running away. You were running away from the very beginning. Not once did you face your real feelings. Did clinging to some noble cause or sense of justice really fix anything? Maisie shoots down Huna's optimism as she had seen the worst bits of humanity in society. I feel like she's kind of talking to herself, though, too, a little bit. Runaway. I feel like it's almost like she's taking out her own anger she has towards herself onto Huna. I feel like that's kind of what I'm getting from this. But what came of it? A meaningless death. And even if we'd been granted freedom, we'd have still felt alone because humans are the root of all this pain. We're creatures you can't seem to love without exploiting. Mizi's god is gone and her faith is too. Even if humans rebuilt Earth, they'd exploit each other again, just like the Seguins do, just like how companies and corporations exploit celebrities and people. Oh, man. Makes sense. She does seem to have a lot of, like, self-hatred, too, that's kind of leaning into, you know, the humans are the root of all this pain. And it's like all the humans she loved are gone now, too. When twilight falls and gently embraces us, beaten and bruised, the flames get slowly closer. Our hearts burst into joyful bloom. The resistance and audience are terrified. Meanwhile, Mizi is happy. We ride the wind to a place beyond time, while cradling till Mizi feels Sua's presence around her. I was like, did Sua bring him back to life? If I'm with you, this love. Isaac looks over at Mizi, seeing how she can't turn back now. She's too crushed. Something to note in regards to this episode is that there were comics and teasers that had massive plot twists for Mizi's characterization. Weeks prior to Karma's release, we had gotten 2 comics going over Mizi's mentality, some of her past in and outside the garden, and how our relationship with Sua wasn't always so perfect. Okay. It did seem like there was, I don't know, yeah, like the relationship was a bit more complicated than maybe we were first led to believe. I'm getting freaky. Oh, cracking me up. Like they did have fights sometimes too. I mean, you know, friends fight and lead to lovers fight too, obviously. It's like friends. They started out as friends. I mostly know when they were fighting as like kids and stuff. But you know, I mean, fighting's obviously always a part of like relationships. It doesn't necessarily mean it's like toxic or anything. But it definitely, I mean, this situation is always gonna lead any kind of relationship to be more complicated than it would have been under normal circumstances. It kind of seemed like, yeah, there was like this scene, them in the bathtub. Was she like trying to get her to choke her or something for a second? I couldn't really tell. It did seem like, I guess Sua might have been a bit sewer-slidal. That does seem to be kind of the case. The 2 comics are called The True Face and My Fragile God Fading Fast. We'll be going over them in order down below, so I hope you enjoy it. Here's the comic slide presentation I made for The True Face, which goes over Mizi's personality and mentality not matching what we've come to know. Okay. Mizi's personality and mentality not matching what we've come to know. Yeah, it was like, she did seem a lot different than how I kind of like had perceived her up until this point. A lot more complicated than maybe I kind of thought, you know? The True Face. Okay. Oh. Let me go back here. I was like, I don't want to get spoiled. Slideshow. Okay. The True Face. Comic by Team Fora Plus 9. English translation by Stephanie Choi. Okay. Also on Team Forma Plus 9. Oh, my girl is crashing out hardcore. Mizi. What's wrong? Is she imagining Sua saying this? Oh, gosh. She looks so scary there. Feel like a waste? How cunning you are. Huh? Oh. Who is this? Is this... That's not Luca, right? Who is this? I mean, isn't it strange? You two are always, I guess just a random kid. We're always, what? And who? Sua? I don't ever see Sua these days. I don't ever see Sua these days. She's too busy. We did get into a fight recently, but she's supposed to come back today, so no, not Sua. I meant Till. Huh? Of course. Till's my friend. You know what they say, guys and girls can't be just friends. Is that so? You're thinking of the wrong the wrong one she's friends with. Do you have a crush on her or something too? Yeah, apparently we can't be just friends either. He's hitting on her. A male and a female are bound to fall in love and end up, what the fuck is this guy on? And end up mating. As a male, I'm quite, oh. Oh. You tell him, girl! You fucking tell him! That's kind of gross. I am way too gay for this shit. Get the fuck out of my face, acorn number 72. Oh, what the? Oh, shit! Did he hit her? Oh my god. Don't give me that face as if you're all oblivious and clueless. I know you're aware of everything. So easy for you with that pretty face, huh? Just a little smile and everyone loves you. Must be nice, right? You knew how I felt about you all along, didn't you, huh? You know that you've got a bunch of idiots like me circling you all the time, don't you? You disgusting girl, you filthy damn. Oh, I'm sorry. No, girl! Girl crashed out again! Set him on fire! Oh. Oh, she... I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you, but I have no idea what I did wrong. That's because you did nothing wrong. But I have no idea what I did wrong. What did I do? Well, I should go see Sua now. I'm really sorry, okay? I'll see you later. What a shame, really. A shame? What is? Hey! Sorry! My girl is crashing out again. I told you he was off. I was right, huh? It's probably Sua. I'm sure I did something. Girl, you did not. He is a bad person. He is definitely a bad person. I'm sure I did something wrong. He's not a bad person. Yeah, she is very different than I thought she was. Oh man, that felt very much like a trauma response. Yeah, I guess people pleasing. She's definitely a people pleaser for sure. But like, that felt like a trauma response of like always being blamed for stuff, you know what I mean? Was her alien as good as we were led to believe? And right now I'm just happy because I'm with you, Sua. So happy. I don't know, I'm not sure if I can say the same. My mom kept me for hours again. She said we're running out of time since we'll be going on stage soon. The entire time, all I thought of was getting to meet you. That helped me keep it together. At least you don't get dragged around like me. Must be nice, right? I guess she's kind of jealous of Mizi in some ways, too. The fact that Mizi is so loved by everyone. Oh, shit. She slapped her! Oh, my God. It's sorry. It's fine. How cunning you are. Throwing me away wasn't enough. So you did to tell your other friends, too. Oh, shit. Ugh. Well, Mizi? Oh, Mizi, what's up? Till, you know who I love most in the world, right? It's Sua Girl. Why you don't have to rub it in? Oh, you're right. I'm aware. Is it hard not to like me? Well, it's not really something I can control. Why do you like me so much anyways? I guess she's aware at least. Because you're pretty. I see. You figured you'd use whatever you could, huh? Just so you could make it out alive on your own. Huh. She is such an interesting character. She's so deep. So much more deep than I realized. What? Am I wrong? Well, you did great playing dumb so you could survive. I'm so proud of you. She think she's thinking of herself now. She has so much self-hatred I didn't realize. Huh. Interesting. Wow. That was really interesting. Holy crap. Huh. Yeah, her relationship with Sua is very interesting too. She does seem to have a lot of self-hatred. It does, like, I don't know. I am starting to wonder if, like, if her alien is as good as we were led to believe? Because I feel like that, like, blaming herself automatically when she was obviously, like, not in the wrong here, that just, like, gives me such a trauma response of, like, being blamed for everything, you know what I mean? I guess it is, like, survivor's guilt too, for sure, but wow. Definitely very, very interesting. Okay, here's the explanation below for the comics after reading. Okay, cool. After reading through, we come to see that Mizzy is quite haunted by Sua after her death. I guess, yeah, it did seem like Sua also kind of resented Mizzy. It's like she like loved her, but also it's like it is because it's like the situation's so fucked up. Like, you know what I mean? It's like I can get it, especially like I guess we don't know for sure. Like I said, I'm starting to wonder if Mizi's alien really was as good as we thought she was or they were, but if it even if it appeared that way on the outside, you know, Sue would still like I feel like jealous of the fact that like Maisie seems to have it all together. Everybody seems to love her. She seems happy, blah, 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 all that. So I guess I could see why she would resent her or like why it would come off that way, you know? Maisie is seen to be more aware than she makes herself out to come to others. Hence the scene where the unnamed boy who purposely resembles Luca's blonde features. Okay, I was like, am I tripping? I was like, he looks like Luca. I was like, I'm pretty sure it wasn't him because it wouldn't make sense because he's in a future class. And he looked a little different, but he definitely did kind of look like Luca. Calls out Maisie for acting cute and naive when she isn't and tries to attack her after getting rejected. She's aware of Till's crush on her. She's aware she comes off as bubbly and innocent to all the other students because that's what she's had to do for survival. Okay, yeah, I was like, it makes sense that this is kind of like a survival sort of thing. I guess she might feel guilty getting any kind of positive attention after seeing, yeah, like what the fuck like Till's going through and stuff. On a side note, this is also the comic that confirmed Maisie's sexuality as being lesbian. Slay. As she was repulsed, yes, she was, by the unnamed boy's ideology of only men and women getting together. I did feel like that was such a interesting thing for him to say, considering that I was like, I mean, I didn't know for sure she was a lesbian, but I felt she probably was, you know? I mean, it's like, I guess she could have been bi, but it felt so far I'd only ever seen her show any attraction for women, so I was headcanoning lesbian, but I was like, a very fucked up thing to say in general, but especially to a lesbian, you know what I mean? Oh, man. The Seguins are known to force female and male pairings. Jesus. In order to make them into providers. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Oh, that's so fucked up, though. So they can create more human pet offspring for the aliens to steal. Uh, Add being homophobic to the fucking aliens list of sins. Slay. That's kind of gross. She added the kind of in there to be a little bit like to like soften it, but she meant fucking disgusting. She was repulsed. We also see that she and Sua have been quite toxic to each other in the past, with Sua unintentionally downplaying Mizi's struggles due to having it easy. Yeah, and Mizi accidentally being violent when not wanting to show off her hidden strength, especially to Sua. However, after going through all the losses of each of her closest friends, Mizi's self-hatred is at an all-time high as she's starting to tell herself that she did this on purpose. Yeah, that she betrayed her friends by acting naive. It makes sense. It does make sense where the self-hatred is kind of coming from, especially having it all laid out kind of like this, you know what I mean? Because, yeah, I guess it's like she's seen to have it easy from playing this kind of like Delulu card. And then I guess Sua was kind of taking her anger out on her a little bit because of that. And now that she's like the only one alive at the end of this, it's like I see I don't she's definitely not in the wrong at all. She's not in the wrong at all, but I am starting to see how she came to this conclusion. It's starting to make sense, you know, for sure. At least. It is really sad though. She definitely shouldn't have this self-hatred. I feel like not imposter syndrome. I feel like there is. I guess survivor's guilt's probably the best way to describe this, honestly. She feels she got them all killed and she's villainizing herself and her actions as shown in the comic, despite Mizi never wishing for her friends to die. After this comic was shown, a very disturbing piece of Mizi was posted onto Twitter, further showing her survivor's guilt. Okay, yeah, that even says it there to trick her that she wanted this all along. Yeah, I feel like the brain's so weird. The brain is so fucking weird, but I feel like it does do this to yourself, honestly. Like, I feel like that is such a like a reoccurring theme that you see with people who like survive traumatic events. They get that kind of like guilt, you know what I mean? The image that had the caption, "I'm so proud of you," written underneath, I guess like the evil version of herself that she was kind of seeing in her mind at the end of the comic there. Now we'll be moving forward to My Fragile God Fading Fast. So enjoy that one. Will I enjoy it? Will I enjoy it, Bree? Or will I crash out again? Probably gonna crash out. Whoop, let me go back to the beginning. Okay. Slideshow. Oh yeah, she had that black blood around her too, like what she was seeing in Karma as well. Okay, My Fragile God Fading Fast. Oh, are y'all are y'all getting freaky? Should I leave y'all alone? The same number of toes, the same 10 fingers. I'm happy for y'all. Oh hell yeah, they did! They totally did! Smash! The same body heat felt between breaths of equal heat. You're so adorable. You always say that. Well, of course. You're someone who I could crush in an instant, and if I felt like it. Oh, whoa. Who is this? Oh no, looks like they got crushed by an accident. What a shame. I guess they were a friend. Judging from the size difference, they may have been the provider. Is that her mom? Holy shit. And how small and pitiful. Are you crying? Are you crying because a relative died? Get it together, 3-year-old. Would you like to come with us? I wonder if you like water. Do you like water, child? Oh my, look at her swim. Our sweet Mizi. Oh, this is the alien. So small and precious. Oh my. Can you get over your mom dying for a second? We got a kiddie pool. What the fuck? I hope you like it here. I guess it's like they're nicer than other aliens, but still fucking suck. I'll take care of you, my baby. I have no idea what they're saying. But I feel happy. How lucky I am. I'm so loved by Mom. Our sweet, adorable Mizi. Careful at the touch so she doesn't burst. So adorable, how precious. To be loved this much and to be able to live together. Whenever I heard Mom's quiet cries, did she just block out her real mom from the trauma? I felt a sense of relief, as if I'd been given permission for life. Look at her open her mouth, so cute. I want to live a little longer, so please keep loving me. Mom, I feel like she did just totally black out her actual mom's death. How cute, but that's not food. Chewing on her? I said that's not food. Are you bored? Ugh, raising a child isn't easy, huh? How about you buy her a TV? Yes, let's try ripping it off. Oh, what the fuck? Are they trying to rip off her hair? Oh, I think she's crying. Oh, that's adorable, too. I knew this bitch was fucked up. I think there's some blood coming out of these holes on the head. Maybe I squeezed a little too hard while pulling. Oh no, she fainted. It's hard being a mom, isn't it, guys? I knew they were fucked up. I guess it makes sense. They're like trying to be nice, but they don't know how to treat a human. And they don't even really understand when they're torturing her sometimes. Oh my god, they showed her fucking alien stage! This'll cheer up, get her a TV! Yeah, she'll love that shit. Oh my god. Do you even know what that place is? Is she throwing a tantrum right now? Oh my god, that's fucking... No wonder she got fucking toxic positivity, dude. Everything, like, they torture her and they're like, wow, that's so cute. She's crying. Adorable. She's bleeding. Adorable. She's laughing. Adorable. Oh my god. I think she's holding her breath. Oh my god, is she trying to suffocate herself? That's so cute. Mizi wants to so badly. Let's just let her go. Don't you feel bad for her? Oh my god, she loves Alien Stage so much. Oh wow. Oops. I don't know what happened there. We should put her in. I just felt like I'd be at peace. Being in a place where I'm not the one being crushed, but a place where I could crush someone. Okay, that makes sense. I guess she kind of imitated her alien mom's mannerisms in a way. Is that kind of partially it? Okay, now they're getting freaky again. I just find you so adorable. The toxic Yuri. And that was really good too. Interesting. So I guess yeah, it's kind of like I think I saw Bree put something in here. Shine is nice, yet she doesn't understand human anatomy or wants it all. She loves Mizi and she loves them, but they don't get it despite their efforts. Yeah, it's still pretty rough. It doesn't help. It's like she's definitely better than fucking Elrak and like Heparu and stuff, but yeah. I feel like there is something to be said about I feel like Shine could have tried to, like, learn more about, like, I don't know, like, if they really cared for Mizi, then, like, couldn't they have tried to put more effort in figuring out, like, that crying's bad or, like, we shouldn't hurt her, you know? I don't know. I don't know. I like it's like she's better than the other aliens, but she's still on my shit list. This was the comic that shattered the fandom entirely, and everyone kind of felt blindsided. Ironically enough, Weeby, you were correct about Maisie since day one. Let's fucking go. I was kind of thinking that in a slight way. I was like, low key, did I kind of cook? I thought I like when I was calling her being like, well, she's not evil, but you know, morally ambiguous. I'd say I was still wrong because I thought she was evil. But I guess I was kind of right in some of my interpretations of her with like because it just seems like such a messed up situation, you know what I mean? And like it makes sense you would kind of do certain things for survival, like suck up to the aliens to like get ahead. I don't think she's evil though. I was being too hard on her. I was being way too hard on her at the beginning, but it is a little satisfying that I got something kind of right. And yeah, I guess even kind of like what that kid was talking about, everybody loving her and stuff. I was like, the kid, we were reading that other comic with the misogynist kid. I was like, low key kind of sounds like me when I was roasting Measy at the beginning. Like, everybody fucking loves Measy or in the Measy cult, although I called her Mickey back then. But it is kind of funny that I did cook there. I did cook there a little bit. However, Measy is not evil by any means, but more so morally ambiguous. As she's just broken by society. I feel like all the characters are very morally ambiguous, but I think it makes sense. It's just like I guess it's kind of similar to any kind of like death game sort of thing where it's like you're put in such a high stress, like volatile situation. It makes sense that like your survival instincts kick in. You're gonna act morally ambiguous to save yourself or to like, you know, do things. Like, I don't think any of these characters are like evil necessarily. I think they would all be good people if they were just like in a normal society. It's just like the circumstances that kind of make them, you know, like kind of maybe act in certain ways that aren't great. But out of everybody, Mizi's definitely not the worst. Her self-hatred and lack of faith in humanity has shown more and more, especially in the finale. In the comic, we see Mizi's childhood more in depth. While Shine truly loved Mizi, the lack of communication between Mizi and her parent aliens left a lot of neglect. Yeah, it's like they don't listen to her. It's like, it's like they do love her, but they truly do see her as like a pet. But it's like, even like, you know, you think of like a pet dog, like, you at least have like, or like, you know, me with like Peanut, my cat, like if he's I guess if he's crying in anguish, I know that's bad, right? I'm like, I can't listen to him, like, you know, tell me in English, like, Mom, I'm upset right now because you're cutting my nails, but like, I can get that he's upset, you know, and like, stop that. Like, I feel like, you know, it's like if you own a pet, I feel like any pet owner would say that. It's like, you know, when like your pet's suffering and like, it's like they didn't care. They just thought everything was cute, you know? I guess they just don't understand? I don't know. But it's like, I don't know. I don't know. She still made Maisie suffer, so it's like I still don't like her. I'm just gonna choose. I just want to be a Shine hater. Okay, let me be a Shine hater. Although Maisie loved them back, the overwhelming sense of love and getting talked down to made her feel like she was suffocating. So she begged her guardians to take her to the Anact kindergarten. Okay, she actually did beg them, so that she could finally be in control for once. Okay, that was kind of what she was saying. However, she kept this cute persona since it helped her a lot socially when she first struggled making friends. Yeah, I guess like my disconnect with aliens, I don't know. I guess they just truly don't understand that she felt pain, but it's like they probably felt pain when they got fucking blown up by the missile. I feel like that's a universal language, you know? Like to know that pain is bad. Like they really couldn't interpret, you know, her crying. Like, I don't know. Yeah, it's a little weird. When Maisie first met Sua, she knew Sua was fragile and that she'd be the one in charge in their relationship. Ooh. This was a starting factor as to why she loved Sua. However, her feelings grew more and more as she got closer to her personally. Kind of started out with her wanting, yeah, to be in charge. God, all the relationships in this are like all a little low-key toxic. Sadly, it's also shown, but again, it's like the circumstances. I feel like these relationships wouldn't be so toxic if it wasn't for the fact it's like alien stage. Sadly, it's also shown that Maisie sometimes pushed her own insecurities onto Sua due to her childhood. In the comic, we see Maisie imagining Sua in her own dress and calling her cute. As if she's someone who can get crushed. I don't even think about that. Oh, girl. Therapy, girls. Therapy is a good, beautiful thing for everybody. It's revealed that Maisie knew all along about the truth of Alien Stage due to watching it on TV at home. Yeah, she was aware that the contestants would die, but as shown in Karma, she kept quiet about knowing to preserve Sua's innocence about herself and to survive in kindergarten and competitions. She hates herself for keeping quiet. She didn't want to sacrifice Sua. She loved her deeply and immensely, but she had to act naive and had to please others in order to be favorable and guarantee she'd live. Okay, dang, I really did kind of low-key cook. In retrospect, though, now that Sua and all of her friends are dead, in Maisie's mind, it's no longer, this is a need for survival. Her mind likely says, is it worth continuing now that I've lost everything? Makes sense. It's kind of where the survivor guilt sort of comes in. The teaser for Karma's release date also has Maisie, I almost called her Miki again, holding on to Sua. I just say that name and it like goes into, it just comes into reality. I just love that name. Holding on to Sua in the exact same pose as the end panel for My Fragile God Fading Fast. Oh. But instead, Sua is dead and covered in the black blood shown from the hearts popping in Karma. Okay, interesting. Her fragile god is now faded away, and Maisie cannot do anything about it, as it'll traumatize her for the rest of her life. Very interesting. She like refers to Sua as like her god, which is like, you know, thought of, it's like a god, you know, God is like an all-powerful being, you know what I mean? But at the same time, she also loves Sua for her like fragility, you know what I mean? Like I said, there's so many layers to this. Now let's move on to the actual music video. Starting off, oh yeah, we didn't even get to the video yet. Starting off the video, we see a young Luca sobbing in a flashback, similar to the art style Wiege, after Huna's death. Yeah, I kind of felt like it was symbolizing him crying here. Coming back to reality after getting punched by Maisie, Luca holds his hands to his face, trying to guard himself, almost in a childlike I love him in a childlike manner. Luca's always had these moments of acting similar to a kid, especially shown in Wiege, as Heparu sheltered him and artificially created him for the entertainment business. Fuck Heparu. All my homies hate Heparu. I can't remember what that other alien's name was, but I hope he rejects your ass forever, Heparu. I hope you don't get any alien action ever. Fuck you, Heparu. Luca never had a normal childhood, so fans pointed out how mentally this probably regressed a lot of Luca's development as he grew into an adult. This also resembles a lot of real-life modern celebrities too, unfortunately. With on the music industry will push down normal childhoods in exchange for stardom. Makes sense, makes sense. After bringing him to his senses and saying they don't deserve to live, we see Luca starting to hallucinate Hyunwoo's spirit. Man. Luca had never envisioned him prior, but after Hyuna's death, now he has all the time in the world to reflect over what he's done and how much he hurt Hyuna, her brother, and those around him. Yeah, it's like he might finally realize, like, kind of the weight of his actions and, like, how bad it hurt her, because now he's finally, like, experienced someone he loves that's died, you know what I mean? This is my revenge. This is a reference to the comic Arise and Walk, as Huna said her death would be revenge for Luca. She wants him to live with love and finally face his consequences. He needs to feel empathy over his actions and stop being manipulative. Yeah. Huna had to deal with hallucinations of her brother, so now she's passing that on to Luca as atonement. Ah! Oh my god. The toxic straight love. We got toxic yaoi, toxic yuri. We just needed the toxic straight love. So nice of Avinos to give us all, genres. Since this is directly after the events of final round, the Seggings in the stage are all wearing Luca's masquerade mask. Oh, interesting. Oh my god, all the Luca stands. Since technically Luca did win season 50, however they stand in confusion after the resistance is shown on stage. We see Mizi walk over to Isaac, who fans believed at the time was the one to shoot Huna accidentally. Oh, whoa. But some fans believe it was actually Dewey after time has passed based on a post online from Facebook regarding fans' theories. Okay, interesting. I just kind of assumed she would have been shot by an alien. Broken over what happened, he's been sobbing while holding the laptop that's directing the rocket's coordinates. We cut back to a flashback of Mizi and Sua having an argument right before my clematis, as they're shown to be wearing their dresses from that night. Okay, yeah, I was like, I guess they could be arguing about a lot more than what I first explained, since the relationship did seem very complicated. Backstage, it's heavily implied that the two got into a disagreement over what would happen if their duet didn't succeed. Oh, Sua. Oh, girls, were y'all being Delulu? Did y'all think you could tie through a duet or some shit? Sua probably opened up about the consequences of losing, while Mizi wanted to beat the system despite knowing the risk. Oh, girl, she was being Delulu! No, if we duet, we'll both get equal scores, queen. It's foolproof. The two push each other, but Mizi gets the upper hand and showcases just how strong she really was in that moment. Okay, we see Sua gently shut Mizi's mouth, as she doesn't want her to speak any further. Sua knows she's going to die, but she'll be happy as long as Mizi lives. Interesting. I guess, yeah, you do kind of see the dynamic of her being stronger here. Do they have like a height difference? I was like kind of wondering about that. I don't know if you can really see it in that flashback, but I kind of wondered for a second if you could. She does seem a little taller than her, but Sue is also kind of leaning, so I guess them still being the same height. After finding Isaac, to give him a stern warning, Mizi proceeds to shoot him in the leg. After Resistance's reckless shooting got Huna killed, even though they were likely told by Huna that Luca was a threat, she died due to her last-minute body. Oh, they meant the shooting because, okay, not. I was thinking of the original stab thing earlier when I was talking about her getting stabbed or shot by an alien. I forgot that she got stabbed and then shot by a Resistance person. So some people think it was actually Isaac who is the person that shot her in Wiege then. Interesting. Okay. I totally misinterpreted that. But then somebody else was saying they thought it was somebody else. I guess it doesn't totally matter at the end here. I guess it would kind of make sense if, I don't know. It would kind of make sense if it was him, and that would be why she would shoot him, but I feel like it was probably somebody else. After finding Isaac, to give him a stern warning, Mizi proceeds to shoot him in the leg. After the Resistance reckless shooting got Huna killed, even though they were likely told by Huna that Luca was a threat, she died due to her last-minute body block. Mizi just lost another friend and is completely fucking done. She also incapacitates Isaac for another reason, in order to obtain the laptop out of pure desperation, blind rage, and loneliness. Ah, yeah, to get the rocket to come here. All throughout Karma, we see hallucinations of other children, other kids that Mizi likely lost due to Alien Stage and society's cruel expectations. Oh, I guess other kids haunting her. That makes sense. I kind of thought it was like supposed to be like a FNAF thing where the kids were like watching the Alien Stage come undone sort of thing. Okay, then yeah, her doing the missile. In these two frames, Mizi is shown to be changing the coordinates of the rocket at the last minute. She directs it towards the alien stage so that she can stop her suffering, help stop all of her friends from suffering, and to kill the Seggings. She's lost her family, the main people who cared for her, so she decides to put an end to alien stage in a rash decision. The rocket changing directions. Okay. Past children, past children. We see the ghost children gossiping over Mizi's Can you believe she did that? What a crack lash out queen over Mizi's decision as the resistance begins to charge at Mizi, trying to stop her from sabotaging their mission for their own destruction. She sobs, letting them take her as she doesn't care anymore. Makes sense. The rocket is shown to be slowly turning around as their demise is setting into play. I guess they were planning on bombing this after they left, I guess. I'm trying to figure out what their original plan was. To Mizi, this is freedom for her and future generations against suffering from Segin's hands and from corrupt human beings. It's sad too, but even blowing up Alien Stage, it's like they're just gonna make a new stage, girly pop, and there's gonna be more Alien Stage in the future. To the Resistance, this is how a danger zone and all of their ideals are getting flipped over their heads. What was once supposed to help spread a message to other planets, oh, they were just gonna try to spread a message for a cry for help is now tumbling through into like a peaceful message. And she was like, now let's blow this shit up. Let's blow this shit up. Is now tumbling down to end everything quicker. Thank you, HKCH, for the donation. Appreciate ya. The scene flashes back to a young Mizi holding on to herself, sobbing as it foils her unfortunate life and circumstances now. We see two boys notice Mizi's sadness and start to hug and console her as all of their beating hearts unite despite their cracked veins. They are broken, but as children, they had hope and could hope for the better back then. Mizi, as an adult now, has lost her support system entirely. Throughout the music video, there were multiple frames that showcase religious imagery and symbolism. We'll go everything down below and analyze. I guess it kind of makes sense since she did refer to Su as her god, and I feel like, yeah, it's been kind of coming up a lot. Here we see a blank canvas of a human with thorns coming out of their hands and a huge crack going through the torso of their body. Oh, yeah, I guess Jesus had like the nails in his hands, but and like the thorn crown. Their huge beating red heart had been taped over multiple times to conceal their hurt, but the truth is that their heart is covered in thorns, too scared to continue loving. I mean, I can't blame her for that after everything she's gone through. The next frame shows two hands in space clasping a glass heart gently, almost seeming like it's searching for love as it floats off into space. It's careful not to hurt it, and we see it passing by moons on its journey. In the last religious image so far, we see a woman with very short hair, likely Mizi, wearing a veil as she is cast in a shadowy silhouette. She has a huge heart on her chest as the light behind her is a dim yellow. Okay, I was like, that's supposed to be Mizi. That one kind of low-key freaked me out. Creepy. Looked like it'd be from like a horror movie or something. The veil and pose seem to resemble the Veiled Virgin, a statue of Virgin Mary that's known to represent faith and purity. This ties back to Mizi's characterization and how she was so full of hope once, but her faith and innocence is gone or wasn't very strong in the first place. Now I finally get the heat-bursting sequences, which have a lot of symbolism that ties back to tarot card imagery and showcasing each of the relationships and their toxic... What? No! Toxic where? In this imagery, we see Till hanging upside down as Ivan is right side up. They both have asymmetrical cracks leading to their heads as they look at each other in opposite ways. They are total opposites, however, they're both cracked due to wanting something and never getting it now that everything's too late. Don't remind me! We see Ivan sobbing as he tries to put on a smile, proceeding to give his heart to Till as he shoves and tries to force his love onto him. God. He just breaks my heart too with that smile and the crying. Till trying to resist it does not reciprocate Ivan's love right away, as he could understand it when Ivan was alive. Till was blinded by loving Mizi, which added to the overwhelming factor of him never understanding that Ivan just wanted Till to love him back. Till loved him back too late. We can bring Ivan back, right? We can bring Ivan back, right? Right? Till's alive. So I believe he can come back too. I believe it. They both represent one side of love and tragic late love. Oh man. Oh yeah, he has some of the thorns on him. Or is it thorns? Oh no, that's just a little heart thing right there. In this imagery, we get two split cards, one zoomed in on Luca with tears streaming down his face, and the other side showcasing him holding a dagger. The dagger is stabbing into a huge heart with blood splattering from both sides at the top. In the blood splatter, we see the silhouette of an angel's wing protruding on both ends. We see Luca emotionless as he's holding on to Hyuna and Hyunwoo's lifeless bodies. They're both in their kindergarten uniforms while he was wearing all black. We see Luca holding on to one of the hearts, Hyuna's, while the other one has been crushed, Hyunwoo's. Luca got both of these twins killed and traumatized. Yeah, he did a little too much there, huh? Despite them being his friends, he never realized his actions until they were both dead. He didn't want to kill them, but he still did it in the end. One was out of envy-filled self-defense, and one was from the act of reckless love. They all represent abusive and jealous love. Makes sense. Makes sense. I like just spelling out how each and every one of these relationships is super, super freaking toxic. Back to religious imagery. Wahoo! Here we see a bloody heart that's sitting against the frame of a window. The heart is breaking into pieces of glass, shattering more and more into the right side rather than the left. This is also a possible reference to another song that Sua has named Heart, which has a lot of symbolism for each of these religious images when looking back. You'll hear the song in miscellaneous section, but it has lyrics that talk about blood, hearts, and feeling like glass. This lyric in particular relates back to this line, "Poison glass will be in my mouth." This could be symbolic of how stable Mizi was compared to Sua and their relationship, despite both having broken childhoods in their own ways. Mizi had to watch her mother die and was always told how easy her life was. Yeah, it was not easy. While Sua was trained for perfection and told to do everything, they both had awful childhoods in different ways. We see a pair of hands holding each other, likely Sua and Mizi's, as they hold onto a heart that's been punctured by rusty nails. A heart with nails often symbolizes love that has pain in cultures. Mizi and Sua's love was real, but due to society, their love was doomed. Yeah, society, man. Lastly, we see a white snake slithering through two windows. As it wraps around the heart that's been stabbed by a sword, it licks the blood from the stained sword. White snakes are huge symbols in China for being references to a white snake spirit who transforms into a beautiful woman and falls for a human. She symbolizes purity and change. In different iterations of the tale, she either sacrifices herself for the human or imprisons the human to keep her as her own. So I guess Mizi sees herself as the snake? After going through the religious photos, it's clear that they tie into the dynamic of Mizi Sua the most. Yeah, makes sense. However, the other relationships can also be defined by the photos if you interpret them that way. For now, back to the tarot and heartburst scenes. In this imagery, we see Sua hanging upside down, and she has a huge halo behind her and a huge pair of wings sprouting. Her heart is cut out and shown to the viewer. Unlike the other card scenes, Sua is alone and is shown in a holy position. Sua has always been idealized as a god since the beginning and continues to be the spirit for Mizi after her death. Yeah, makes sense. Them getting freaky. We see the two girls giving each other a passionate kiss upside down as they both wear wedding veils. Oh, I didn't even notice the wedding veils. Oh my god. Over each other's heads. This is likely referencing to a potential wedding that they'd have in another life if their world was different. However, when they kiss, their gemstone hearts start to bleed a ton, showing they need to be together or else. Yeah, they are very codependent on each other. I guess like Mizi was literally saying that Sua would rather die than be without Mizi. And I guess she did want that upper hand in the relationship, too, in a weird way. And then she felt guilty about it afterwards. Oh my God. They represent codependent and suffocating love. Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a teeny tiny bit. We see the resistance start pulling Mizi's limbs back as they begin to restrain her. While this is going on, we can see the hallucinations of the children wandering around. A pair of them are looking down at Huna's corpse in curiosity. Huna, now dead, would never get to find out that her own crew would fight amongst themselves. And that Mizi, her new friend, had decided to terminate the mission and stage in such a rash and depressing way. Yeah, felt bad too that I felt like she wanted Luca to find his humanity, and well, I guess it did kind of work in a way. She wanted him to find his humanity, I guess even their relationship, yeah, their relationship's so complicated too, because think she wanted him to find the humanity to get revenge, because then he would realize how bad he hurt her, but I think she also wanted him to find humanity for his sake too, to live a better life. I don't know if his new clone would be able to take on that knowledge or not, because I feel like he probably died in the missile explosion, but we'll see. Oh yeah, calling someone a god is unhealthy in itself. Yeah, for sure. She hates being put on a pedestal, yet she does it. That is really interesting too, putting someone on a pedestal even after she knows how bad she hates that. God, they're all so toxic. I thought Mizi Suo was like the only relationship that was wholesome, but nope, nope. Oh, they're all so fucking toxic. As the conflict continues, Mizi begins to monologue a confession to Hyuna, trying to get her to understand why Mizi thinks the way she does, and how she's become more pessimistic despite being saved by the resistance after round 5. She was secretly rehearsing her death every night. Mizi states that she was aware that Suo was planning her death every night after walking in on Suo, replaying the previous eliminations from Alien Stage on a tablet. So fucked up. Shit, just rewatching that shit. Despite knowing Suo was watching the videos, Mizi turned away, trying to remain ignorant and trying to seem unaware of Suo's plans to end her life once they competed. I guess she also did seem like she wanted to be Delulu about the like, if we duet, we both can't get, they can't kill both of us. At this point, Ivan Till is the less toxic, and that is concerning for real. You know it's fucking bad when that's the least toxic one. That's kind of funny. I feel like last stream I thought their relationship was the most toxic. Now I'm like, theirs low-key might be the least toxic, and that's saying something. Because that shit's toxic as hell, too. During their practicing and lessons, when Mizi and Suo were given the script for their song, My Clematis, we can see that Suo is marking over her blue-coated lines with a pink highlighter. She intentionally gave Mizi more lines. Oh my god! In the song to make sure Mizi would win. She would also plan to, Jesus Christ, girls! She would also plan to sing quieter in the later choruses if you listen back. Oh my god, they really did put so much thought into this from the beginning. I want to know how bad the fans crashed out when this released. This is crazy. I'm getting chills, dude. Oh my god. Mizi sees this, but tries her best to turn a blind eye. Oh my god. This is likely the same scene during the True Face, where Mizi finds Suo after getting smacked on the face by the unnamed boy. Misogyny boy. Or, wait, yeah, that was that one. Mizi is trying not to show her tears as Suo looks at her in concern, due to Mizi wanting to be strong and never showing her true inner turmoil. Yeah, it kind of makes me want to, like, go back, because I remember there was, like, that picture, I think in, like, round 1 they showed of, yeah, Suo looking so, like, dead on the inside, you know what I mean? It's so funny, because I thought she was the more, like, I don't know, I kinda thought she was, like, just the more realistic one in the relationship, so I kinda thought she was, like, the smarter one and the one who had the upper hand. Not that, anybody should have upper hand in the relationship, but it just, like, their dynamic is totally different than what I thought, you know? One night, though, Mizi is shown to finally break down into tears and show how unstable she is through her collar. Suo takes the time to console her, even though usually it's the other way around. She was even able to trick that collar for the most part into being green. That is crazy. During the monologue, Mizi has been trying to convince herself that maybe she wasn't as desperate for Suo as a means to villainize herself again. She always blames herself for everything, even when it isn't her fault. The truth is that Mizi came to kindergartens wanting to be in control of her life and her social experiences, but she never once doubted her love for Suo. Yeah, I was like, girl, I've seen the way you look at her, the way you act. I know, I know you down bad for her. Oh, man. She tried not to get as attached due to being aware of the possibility of Suo dying in the future, but even when the time came and Suo finally died, Mizi didn't expect herself to break as much as she did. Makes sense. Mizi's the queen of Delulu. She's probably like, because she's like convincing herself, well, first of all, we'll do a duet so she won't die. Then if she does die, I actually never even loved her that much, so I won't be that upset. It's like just the queen of cope. The queen of cope is probably a good way to put it. She thought she had the potential to be a winner on Alien Stage. All that time training, all that time gone just to watch the love of her life and friends die. Yeah. She compares her love to Hyuna's complicated love for Luca. I was wondering, yeah, if she was referring to her love for Luca when she was talking about this. I know my love is different from yours. She says they were different, and that despite Mizi having every chance to stop Suo from planning her death and feeling the guilt of gnawing at her every night, she knows what she had was real and she had a reason to do so. She looks back at fond childhood memories during her speech. Here we see when Mizi first got her braces, however, she looks like such a dork. However, due to the Seging's lack of knowledge on human health, her mouth was held unnervingly open for a while until they took it out. Fans pointed out that Suo is shown to be getting spoon-fed ice cubes, which is unfortunately based on some real-life diet, oh Jesus, regimens that some K-pop idols have spoken up about in order to maintain a small weight. Yeah, the K-pop diets are fucking crazy. Have you guys ever looked into those? I don't know if I'd actually heard of the ice cube things, but I've seen, like, I don't know, people making videos where they're like, "I ate, like, I don't know, Lisa from Blackpink for a day," and it's like, "I ate an apple for 1 apple for breakfast, 1 apple for lunch, and 1 apple for dinner," and I'm like, "Oh my god." It's crazy. They, like, eat so little, and they work out so much too, it's wild. It's called the ice cube diet, and it's extremely dangerous, yeah. In Seguin society, though, they probably implore diets like this so that the human pets don't gain weight. Yeah, makes sense. It's gotta be, yeah, like super dangerous to work out that much and then yeah, just like eat ice or like such light things. Like, ugh. The Harmony Flowers camera is activated. Sue is putting a Harmony flower in Mizi's hair, one of Mizi's favorite things. We see that once Sue places it behind her ear, the camera lens expands and becomes huge. The flowers are known to give stimulation as well as be tiny monitoring devices. Oh, that makes sense. I was wondering why they were moving like that. I thought maybe they were alive like Freddy. But it makes sense that they were cameras. And this shows how happy Mizi truly was with Sua. This is the same moment where the girls got officially branded with their names on their skin. And we can see that after the grueling process, the two are drained and exhausted. Oh, yeah, because they always have their names. So that was like the branding process. Jesus, man. And yet, Sua still is reaching out to Mizi, who is out cold from the procedure. Oh my gosh, ladies. On June 28th, 2024, a year before the final episode, the official Alien Stage Twitter posted photos of the process being done, foreshadowing this event being shown a year later. Man, they really did have this all planned out from the beginning. There are 4 human silhouettes on the hologram monitors, with Sua being human C and Mizi being human D. We can assume human A and B were Till and Ivan. Okay, interesting. Oh, yeah, I guess, like, in the bathtub, was that, like, after the branding thing? They look kinda messed up there, or, Sua looked really messed up, at least. We get a quick glimpse of Sua in her room all alone, trying to decide whether or not Sua whether or not she should end her life quicker. Yeah, she did definitely seem suicidal. She's never had a strong attachment to living in comparison to Mizi, and it's clear Sua suffered a lot internally. She contemplated between a needle or her own bare hands. Yeah, it makes sense, especially since Mizi was saying that she felt like Sua. There was no way she. Yeah, I guess she was already kind of suicidal from the beginning, so it makes sense she would be practicing her death and stuff. Oh gosh. I'm like, was she looking forward to it in a way? Oh god. That's so dark. Oh my god. In the next scene, we see Mizi's true reason as to why she allowed Sua to end her own life. One day during their lives in the kindergarten, Mizi is seen almost falling off of a cliff. Sua, who had likely just come back from Nije's home based off of her clothing and long hair, is clutching onto Mizi's hand in desperation to save her. She cannot live without Mizi. Being in a world without Mizi would make her life utter hell. Yeah. Okay, that was Sua's face. I didn't even recognize her. I knew it was her, but it's kind of hard to recognize her at first just because the long hair. Misi knew then and there that if she were to die in front of Sua, Sua wouldn't be able to function. So in her own mentality, letting Sua die happily for Misi's sake was a sense of mercy and love. That's what I'm saying. It's so complicated. She would never want Sua to suffer like she already did. So Misi would try to live on without Sua, even if it would break her. I guess at least she did try to do the Delulu tying, thing first. And then I guess after that, she was like, well, I guess if that doesn't work out, I'll just have to, she'll have to die or whatever. Interesting fact, multiple fans pointed out that this scene resembles a scene from the anime Revolutionary Girl Utena, one of Avinos and Quimeg's favorite anime. Okay, I don't think I've actually seen that one. I've heard of it. Oh yeah, the flowers again. They kind of look like smiley faces. In this scene, we see paper versions of Harmony flowers start growing on top of the photos of the deceased background characters of season 50. No, not Acorn 1 through 72. We see Durian, Durian, Acorn, and Marty. Marty's like, how come my name's not after a food? All show up with glitched out frames and their portraits being stitched into a quilt-like fabric. And no sign of mayo. That's what I like to see. Everything looks handcrafted and their deaths were so overlooked due to them dying so early. Okay, this scene I want to know. This scene I want to know about. In a flashback scene for their mandatory bath time, we can see that while Misi and Sua are in the bath, they are connected to some wires that show their vitals. On Sua's end, she has 1 stable, 1 uncomfortable, and 2 unstable signals. Oh, interesting. Okay, she only has 1, Misi. On Misi, she has 3 stable and 1 oh, it's just uncomfortable. Okay. I guess, oh, it's orange. I just thought it looked red, I guess, compared to the green. Despite trying to seem okay to the audience and to her peers, Sua was never okay and never felt okay. Meanwhile, Mizi was more stable in her emotional health in their relationship. Okay. Yeah, yeah, okay. Making sure I read that correctly. Oh no, the flowers on her too. Mizi starts picturing memories of Sua, flashing back and forth, both the good and the bad memories. She remembers just how happy Sua was on their performance of My Clematis. Despite her death coming so soon, Harmony flowers start covering her face. Yeah, like the Harmony flowers that covered the past characters that died. She also reminisces about their bath time where Sua held Mizi's hands gently with what once started off as a romantic gesture that quickly soured. Yeah, I was like, kind of looked like she was trying to get her to strangle her or something. Siwa's lack of love for herself eventually made her place Mizi's hands around her neck, as if she wished to get choked to death. Yeah. A split frame has Siwa crying in the tub in this scene, looking at Mizi with full sorrow. Oh my god. So much pain. Oh man, Misi sees the rocket coming in closer, but as her vision blurs, she sees falling children in her eyes. All the children that have suffered, including her friends. She sees just how happy they are in this doomed fate. Oh man. I feel so bad for Sua. I wonder what her life could have been like, or like what she would have been like if she was just like lived a normal life, you know? And then like modern AU, she just is so like broken and tortured, you know what I mean? So sad. Like, wanna hug her. The flames from the rocket are finally seeping into the stage, as the alien stage is now starting to become red and fiery. This is the twilight that Misi keeps bringing up. This is humanity's last salvation in her mind. Maisie envisions innocent child versions of all their friends and classmates, excluding no! Don't exclude my boy, my dog, excluding Luca due to her hatred for him. He's the best boy, who I've always loved from the very beginning. She envisions Hyuna and Hyunwoo falling and holding each other with joy for their deaths, while uncharacteristic due to their optimism, Maisie believes in the afterlife, that the twins would be happy with this fate. Okay. I guess it's kind of like, yeah, she's bringing them like a happy ending by doing this sort of thing. Young Till and Ivan are seen falling together despite how complex their dynamic was in reality. In this scene, they're perfectly happy together. We see Till giving Ivan a huge smile, which gives Ivan sparkles in his eyes. And all Ivan wanted was for Till to smile at him just once. Oh, I feel like this might be the first time I've really, well, have I seen sparkles in Ivan's eyes before? I don't know if I really have, because I feel like he usually does kind of have like, his eyes look like very like, I feel like black or kind of like jaded a lot of the times. I feel like because of his kind of like lack of understanding emotions, you know? The explosions in nearby flames start to explode and combust the stage into abyss. It kind of like does look like a flower. In Misa's perspective, she sees the explosions glowing, bright hot pink, resembling the shape of a harmony flower. Yeah, bringing peace to everyone. Okay, finally bringing peace with her her sewer slide mission. And finally, a full shot of a Mizi Sua kiss. Once it was revealed that they were toxic as hell, that's when Vivinos knew we could put in the kiss. In a bittersweet way, we see Mizi envisioning her and Sua transforming from their young selves into their adult forms, sharing the kiss they never were able to have. Hey, I think they smashed before it. I would like to correct the record. I think they kissed beforehand and maybe did more. To have, as Mizi is so close to getting to see Sue in the afterlife. I saw that comic with them on the bed. I think they kissed. I think they kissed. Oh man. As the flames get closer and the Segines start to panic, we see glimpses of the young human pets that were brought here with their owners in the audience. Oh yeah, I forgot there was pets that a lot of times they brought in too. The kids look happy. She's just imagining them happy. However, instead of being scared of the rockets coming and to kill them all the children's colors are green, filled with joy that they're about to be set free from Mizi. It's a messed up message where Mizi is doing something horrible for not just her mental sake, but for her friends and all the humans that are trapped with no one that can save them in this very moment of their lives. I'm kind of wondering if they're probably not. I was like, would the kids actually be happy? Or would they, is she just like imagining them happy? I feel like she's just imagining them being happy and they probably weren't happy. I mean, like, it is a terrible existence to be a human pet, but I feel like it's like an abrupt you know, death, so I'm sure they're probably scared and their kids, you know? So I feel like she's probably just imagining them being happy. Oh, oh, hey, a little comic thing. He's always been good at convincing people with nonsense. Jacob was talking about launching rockets, sending our, oh yeah, from the other one, sounds across the universe, things that people of today's era would find ridiculous, but I knew something about him. Rocket sending our sound across. Okay, the rocket was supposed to send a sound across the universe. The Etchion project was a project originally made by Jacob, Isaac's brother, as a means to spread the sounds of human pets to another planet to help rebuild Earth and spread awareness. Okay, that makes sense. They wanted to do like a peaceful mission. The rocket was planted in advance by the stage so that the singing and cries from the contestants could hopefully reach another species to help them out. This also confirmed back in the comic our Diva, with this being the rocket's importance and final hope for freedom. So it was never meant to like blow anything up. She just decided to reroute it here. Okay. Peace across the universe. Oh, yeah, literally peace across the universe is like their slogan. So, of course, they didn't want to murder anybody. We're going to reach the true Earth. The resistance was always known for being hopeful in their ideologies, as they represent the remaining bit of hope for the humans. But sometimes it can be perceived as naive. There is no definite answer on whether or not they would be saved in the future by someone else. In this peace poster, we see two golden discs on the left side. Fans point out that this is a reference to the Voyager Golden Records. Okay. The Voyager Golden Records are two golden phonographs that NASA sent out in 1977 in hopes of contacting interstellar civilizations and extraterrestrial life. Okay, interesting, if they truly exist. The records contain sounds, images, and data that portray the diversity of life and culture on Earth. I was like, they send songs? So they just send songs that weren't bangers enough, so the aliens were like, oh, whatever. Oh man, Jacob wanted to mimic Voyager's launch with the Etchion project, as it was a harmless way to save humanity, even if it was indefinite and for future generations. Can you imagine another alien species gets the records and they're like, this isn't bopping. This is kind of giving flop. Why did you send Katy Perry's new album? Why didn't you send like BTS or something instead? Hiding her true feelings through alcoholism, idolism, and anything she could. Maisie is right that Huna tried to hide all of her trauma. She does. I feel like her and Huna do have a lot in common with their like kind of toxic positivity, you know what I mean? They do it in very different ways, but there is definitely some similarities. She would break down or pause at posters or mentions of Luca, but would try to bottle those feelings up. Her friends and allies knew she was hurting from her past, but she kept going through life, hiding everything until she let out all of her pain in her final moments. Yeah. Fighting with everybody, dude. For a split moment during the monologue, we see that Huna and Mizi had a huge fight one day. It's so unknown what caused this altercation, but you'll see in later comics that it was pretty known that despite the two having a trusting relationship, they often disagreed a lot in terms of ideals, and this would lead to physical fighting from time to time. For years after her brother's death, Hyunwoo had haunted Huna as a ghost. We saw this in the theme song and in All In, and in every Huna scene we had. She carried her brother's death with her all of her life, despite still being in love with her brother's killer. Yeah, that's gotta be a weird, like, you gotta feel guilty for that, but also, like, that's gotta be complicated. Like, you love him, but you hate him, and then you hate yourself for loving him. Not being able to control that part of her. Oh my god. But it does make sense, because like I said, he's like such a tragic character, you know? Maisie points out how Hyuna's idealism killed her, and she's both right and wrong. Okay, damn. This is brutal to say that. But what came of it? A meaningless death. Jeez. Hyuna's death wasn't meaningless, as it was a lesson to Luca after the pain he caused. To Maisie, however, Hyuna had given her life in exchange for the same guy who had gotten her friends killed, who had hurt and manipulated her. Yeah, she do hate Luca's ass. In a sequence during Karma, we see more images that go back to a lot of religious themes, while Maisie goes through her dialogue of losing all hope for humanity. I want Luca to join the resistance, though. Sad. We see two lambs holding each other close, with the older one protecting the baby as it licks the baby's wounds. They both have robotic chips on their necks as they see something looming over them. This is symbolic of human pets caring for each other. Yeah, I guess the chips could kind of recommend or represent the branding a little bit, you know what I mean? Lambs are often symbolic of suffering and being triumphants. They're known to be sacrifices in many religions and are known for purity, too. Here we see the Virgin Mary crying as she looks down solemnly. In real life, in Mexico, there are myths of people saying they've seen the statue cry when it was never structured that way. It is still believed to be from a supernatural means. I think I have heard of that before, people seeing like the Mary cry. like a statue of Mary Cry. We see a pair of hands clasping a ball of light, symbolizing God, all as the darkness fades into the background. All throughout humanity, life on this home world, there's been hope for the better, even if it doesn't always come true. Here we can see an image of a cocoon being stuck to a tree. The butterfly has finally transformed, but it cannot escape due to outside forces trying to leave it shut in with pins and nails. Okay, they did show a butterfly. I think, was it in Wiege or was it in Karma? I did see a butterfly at one point. I kind of wonder what the symbolism was for that. And I guess it kind of connects back to this maybe. Whoever shut this butterfly in its cocoon does not want to set it free and doesn't want it to change, similar to how the Seguins want to keep the humans controlled. It also symbolizes the contestants who will never be able to continue to grow. This also goes for in real life humanity too, where some people will always try to trap others for their own personal gain. That's true. Humans do be evil. We do be being evil sometimes. We see an innocent looking white bunny rabbit sitting on a white pillow. In the background are corpses of other bunnies that the main one is killed, as shown with the blood on its mouth. There is a connection that ties back to Mizi hiding her true feelings and being the last one standing. Yeah, I kind of figured it might be. She was like symbolizing her since she's like the innocent one who feels that she's the cause of her friend's death. You know what I mean? Amongst all the disturbing imagery, as Mizi talks about humanity, we see a peaceful image of Class 50 on their picture day. It's all in watercolor and brightly colored, which Mizi likes to remember from her younger days. Aww. At least a little, they gave us a little sliver of happiness before more pain. Here we have two bodies that are clearly from Mizi and Sua. However, their heads have been cut off and nothing else remains except for flames. We see Sua and Mizi dancing as their fingertips are burning from holding each other. This blends in how they can only be together in death after Mizi lost everyone. As the flames close in on Mizi, the resistance and the Seguins on stage, she's preparing for death. Oh, it's like their hearts connecting, I guess, to... Oh, or embryos. We see two embryos colliding and not letting go of each other. A lot of the dynamic in Alien Stage are known to have flaws and are shown to be toxic. No! No! What? Toxic in my Alien Stage? No matter how sweet a couple can come across, especially in an unhealthy environment. Yeah, I really thought Mizi Sua was healthy before this. Oh my god. Oh, interesting. Goat eye. We see Mizi's bright golden pupils look deep into the golden eyes of a goat. We can tell it's a goat due to its horizontal pupil. Goats are known for resistance, opposition, and freedom in terms of positive symbolism. Goats are also known for Satanism, sacrifices, disobedience in terms of negative symbolism. Yeah, I was like, I mostly think of the negative symbolism with them, which goats are so cute, and they don't deserve the negative symbolism. I love goats. Fans believe this is her relating herself to be evil and feeling like she's the one who is too late to save her friends. When Mizi is so much more than what she thinks of herself, she is just like a goat because, you know, it's like goats are adorable and wonderful and like they get too much flack and you get too much flack too, Mizi. You get too much flack from yourself for thinking that you're like evil. You know what I mean? You're not. You're like a goat because goats are adorable and they're sweet. We see Mizi bruised and battered by her fellow resistance members, but she doesn't care since everything is about to end soon. She feels the blood rushing from her head, so she's very lightheaded and probably not thinking straight as she has no more adrenaline. Luke, on the other hand, is still looming over Hyuna's dead body, completely still and ignorant of the flames engulfing him and the stage. Yeah, I was like, I feel like he just died there. He doesn't care as he stands there and takes the explosion from behind. Fans are unsure if he is dead or alive, but what we do know is that he at least got severely injured from the burst of flames. That's true. I just feel like he probably... It's like, even if he got, like, burned or, like, scarred enough, I feel like what's-his-face Hepper would just kill him and reclone him anyways. We see the resistance... The two toxics cancel each other out. I'm dead. Are y'all talking about Mizi and Sua? I don't think it works like that, bestie. But I love the energy. I love it. We see resistance members lining up and trying to get each other out through the nearest exit they can find. Meanwhile, Mizi hugs her friend Till so that he doesn't die alone. Feeling Sua's presence nearby, Mizi feels the comfort of Sua hugging the two of them, reassuring Mizi that it'll be over soon. The structure of Alien Stage is falling down as an injured Isaac and Dewey scatter to get the resistance out now that the Echion project is no longer viable. Survival is the only thing to focus on, but Isaac, even after getting shot by Mizi, looks at her in the corner. She was brought in as their family. Even if she did a last-minute betrayal, they got to know her as a friend. Okay. Interesting. While hugging onto Till, Maisie is taken aback when she second guesses if she heard something. Yeah, the heartbeat! Let's go! Oh my god, yes! Mizia's eyes finally light up and she shines with hope. Something she's been missing for a long time. Yeah, I can see the light in her eyes again. She presses her head to his chest, listening for a heartbeat. And she finally hears it. Till's shot was not fatal from final round. She has a chance to do one thing right after all. There's no going back, and this is the one final good thing for her to do. Wait, let me reread this really quickly. There's probably the only thing you can focus on. Isaac, after getting shot by Maisie, looks at her in the corner. She was brought back. Yeah. Okay, just to make sure. I feel like I wasn't processing that as well as maybe I should have. Begging for a small last bit of mercy, Maisie crawls to Isaac, noticing sorry for ruining your brother's dream, for shooting you, for trying to kill all of us. But Till's alive, so please help me. Despite her hate for the resistance for Huna's death, she trusts him enough to save Till so that they can both gain peace. Maisie just wanted to save someone she knew for once, and Isaac complies before they go their own ways. Oh, did she stay there? Oh, I guess she didn't go with them? Oh man. The theory of Till being alive started ever since his death in the final round. Fans pointed out that his choking in the episode was very irregular, and that the way it was animated, he still could get enough air in his lungs. Not only that, months prior to his death and afterwards, Till has always been shown to have IVs and bandages over his neck. So maybe it blocked it. The Till of the fans, yes, got justice. Let's go. That's another thing I kind of clicked on because I'm sure I probably said he wasn't dead or something after. I think actually I was just kind of stunned when he died in that music video because I was so sure it was going to be Luca. Fans also pointed out that most of the other deaths on Alien Stage were instantaneous or shown to have killed them quickly after multiple shots. When Till was getting eliminated, he was actively running towards Maisie, which inadvertently saved his life. Oh, as the guards missed his vitals. His headset was also green, not just because of Maisie being there, but due to death not setting in quick enough. Okay, interesting. After saving Till, Maisie finds herself in the same flashback when she found out Sue was planning her own death. However, the memory plays out differently. Maisie hesitates on leaving and stops herself. She refuses to let someone she cares for die again. This newly revised memory, Maisie runs to Sue. Oh, so this is kind of like her trying to make up for how she treated Sue. Hugs her tightly, kissing her face multiple times, telling her not to go through with it. This is what she should have done. Although it was too late in reality, Maisie felt like she finally did it and saved someone, since she had enough time to save Till. This is her atoning for herself and her own actions. This also gives her the slight hope to keep going, even if she wanted to take down Alien Stage along with her. I do wonder if she's still alive, though. I am really, really wondering about that. As Isaac begins to narrate, being an outsider to the events of what happened on that fateful day, we see two cells colliding into one. A cell begins to create newfound life in this endless suffering. Okay, we see all of the stages of Maisie Sua's relationship, from their first meeting in Maisie Sua to their kindergarten days, from the comics and side stories to their performance of My Clematis and Maisie holding the ghost of Sua's hand during Karma. Aw. Isaac says their love was endless suffering. Yes, it was! He clocked that one hardcore. Isaac says their love was endless suffering, the most toxic shit I've ever seen. Give me 50 more videos about it, stat, on my desk tomorrow morning. But them being together, even if they had their fights and their negative moments, was everything to them. They had to live in a society where they were supposed to be paired with the opposite sex, even if they didn't want that. They lived in a society where they were enslaved their whole lives and had to live as pet. Yeah, I didn't even think about, the fact that, like, homophobia is even worse in this universe. They lived because they're, like, literally just forced to breed with each other. They lived in a society where their love, feelings, and heartaches were put out into the public for entertainment and exploitation. These two never had peace, and neither did any of the others. Isaac points out just how much hurt there had to have been. Oh, man. Isaac speaks and narrates on how humanity just wanted to love and be loved, showing Sua and Ivan as two main examples and foils of one another. Makes sense. Sua had all the love she needed. She may have never gotten it from Nije or her Ani, but Maisie was her light, and she was happy dying. Oh, man. Ivan didn't get the love he wanted when he was alive. Don't remind me! Why would you remind me of that? He wanted Till to love him back, without knowing the steps on how he should show and express that to him properly. He felt he was never... No! Fuck you! Fuck you for writing this, Brie! He felt he was never loved and he died believing he was never going to be. I want to end it all. Oh my god. After the massacre, we see the guards of Alien Stage using extinguishers to take out all the flames and smoke from the area. The entire stage is destroyed, and it is likely that it will not be opened again for a long time. Yeah, it seems like maybe 7 years. On the other hand, we see a genetic scientist pouring and mixing blood samples together. I was trying to read this, like LM. We see all the blood tubes are marked with initials, and in a petri dish, we see the samples of LM are being mixed and their pH levels are being marked. LM. Oh, Luca Misi. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? Oh my god, did they make these kids? Oh, what the fuck? Oh my god, they're like their children. It's like the children of fucking crack ships. Guys, finally, the Measy Ivan child we all wanted. I'm so happy the Iveezy shippers finally get that child, man. God, I'm sure they were all one of them were so excited about that. What the fuck? Huna and Till. Oh, whoa. Sua and Till. Luca, Huna, and Sua. Okay. Oh, interesting. Well, at least we kind of got a Luca, Huna child. So, slightly successful ship. Luca, Sua. Interesting. Oh, weird. I wonder if we are going to see these guys perform later. In this facility, we see children that have features similar to our main cast. However, that's no mere coincidence. Yeah, I thought they kind of looked like them, but like off, you know what I mean? After the destruction of Alien Stage, the Segines stored the DNAs of the cast and took female and male pairings artificially. This just feels like that shit that misogynist kid was talking about, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like, I guess it's like also because he learned the like, I don't know, I guess like because the aliens are only ever putting like male and female like couples together, he like kind of learned to be extra homophobic because of that. But it does just feel like what he was saying with like just, I don't know, like forcing these like couples that would never have ever happened, like Sua and Till, Measy Ivan. Oh my god, Luca Sua. After the deconstruction of Alien Stage, the Segines stored the DNA of the cast, took female and male pairings, artificially creating children from the main cast. This is very messed up as it shows the Segines pushing, for heterosexual pairings only. Yeah, I was like, this is fucked up. Despite some of the main cast being attracted to only the same gender. Interesting fact, each of the children are paired based off of characters who have done covers of each other's songs for the Alien Stage anniversaries. So above are the possible pairings. I'll show off more of those in the miscellaneous section. Okay, cool. Oh yeah. What was it? The Wicked All the Same we were talking about from Wicked. After attempting a mass genocide and trying to end the lives of as many Segines in the audience as well as bring peace to the humans on stage, Measy was labeled as a witch and became an outcast in society. God forbid a woman, has an off day. God forbid. I mean, wow, you're gonna judge her for that? Like, come on. Let a girl live, okay? Gosh. Luca's back! Here we see a ton of billboards in this new time skip regarding how the civilization of Segines treated the tragedy and then continuing to exploit the contestants who had suffered or died. Below will be close-ups of each of these individually. Yay! Luca's back! Most notably, we get confirmation from Segin Society that Luca's back after 7 years. However, there's been some discourse surrounding this online. Half of the fandom is divided on whether or not this is our original Luca or if this is a clone. Due to the flames enveloping Luca's body in the previous screenshot, I kind of feel like it's a clone. We'll see. Possible evidence for this being our original. Since this takes place after 7 years, if Luca survived and had burns, there'd be enough time for the Segines to give him reconstruction surgery, as that usually takes around 5 to 10 years depending on the patient. I guess that part makes sense. I guess if this was a clone, they'd probably be quick. Fans pointed out that Luca's now wearing a chained ring on his finger, possibly symbolic of Huna's death and how in another life they would have been engaged. Aww. The possible evidence for this being a clone, Heparu stated that if anything went wrong, or if Luca messed up or didn't win, he would just make another clone of him. So if Luca died, Heparu wouldn't hesitate. I'm kind of surprised he wouldn't just kill the burned version and then, make a new one, honestly. He seems cold-blooded enough, but I guess we'll see. Due to Huna's death, Luca would have more incentive to die alongside her, as in karma, he was looming over her body motionless despite her wish for him to live with love. Now, despite all this doesn't change the fact that Luca is a super tragic end to his story. Clone or not, he's still being exploited, by the Segines, and cannot find peace from the showbiz life that was Alien Stage. Yeah, I feel so bad for him. It's shown in these two images that there's new clippings and advertisements for some updates in Segin society. On the left, we see that after Mizi successfully had blown up the alien stage, the Segins continue to try and exploit what had happened after the event. They created a museum to remember the show. However, we can actually see some signs were put onto the advertisement, with society starting to turn around and learn. They're demanding for no humans to be used. Oh, wow, and an act will not be involved any further. Okay, wow. So people actually are starting to oppose human exploitation. Let's go! On the right, we see live news reports regarding Till and Mizi's statues. On Mizi's videos, her subtitles in English say, the 7th anniversary of Alien Stage. Where is the culprit? Okay, they still haven't found her? So she's probably still alive. Let's go! On Till's end, he's now a publicly wanted figure. Even though some Segins are turning around against what happened to the humans on stage, there's still strict Segins going after the resistance. Yeah, I figure it's kind of like the tides are turning a little bit, but not exactly like there yet. You know what I mean? Wanting control over the humans. Last but not least, we're shown that in the present time, this is the 7th anniversary after the alien stage tragedy that Mizi caused. She killed a lot of Segins and took out a lot of humans who had gone through so much. Despite the announcement of the tribute, we see the Segins are also placing advertisements next to the tribute. So it juxtaposes whether or not they truly care, or if they're just profiting. Yeah, probably the second one. Profiting off of the disaster. Definitely doing that. We see Till looking at one of the monitors in the city. The figure is clearly Mizi, as we see her turtleneck sweater, slightly tips of pink hair, and tears rolling down her face. He's curious about her and wants to know if she's safe or not. Okay, so they haven't made contact. Till kneels down to the two children and points them to the location of the resistance. He also shows them a drawing that he likely made. Oh yeah, because he's an artiste. Of the harmony flowers, as it gave him hope back when he was a child. Aw, you like the flowers, kids? After saving the children, Till peeks over and notices an entrance to some monitors that are showcasing children in a similar setting to the Annex kindergarten, but in a square enclosure instead. Don't you want to see your and Sua's child, even though if you talk to her? They probably did. We see a quick glimpse of the front of the museum for Alien Stage, with Mizi and Sua's dresses being shown. In this image, we can see that inside the museum, the children of the forest pairings are actually locked behind the glass, being shown on display for the Segins as are the last living proof of the former contestants of season 50. This means that the cats, like, they totally want to profit more off of season 50, making these, like, kids, too. This means that the children have zero freedom and are surrounded by memorabilia of their parents without getting to know them. They're like, oh my god, we can do the special season with the forced children of the season 50 people, since it was our most popular one. Amongst the museum, it looks as if My Clematis is being broadcasted the most. I kind of thought that I saw that when I was watching it, with Mizi and Sua's relationship being forever glorified to the Segians as something for entertainment. At the end of the music video, Till stops by the museum and makes a small, hesitant smile towards the kids. We see that he smiles specifically at the Mizi Ivan child, who bears the most resemblance of the two people he cares for most. Aww. Till's throat is entirely scratched up and damaged after his near-death experience, and we see he's also gotten a rip on his ear, a nod back to his mother, Io. Aw, interesting. In the final frame, final photo we see of the cast. They all look super happy, don't they? Yay! They're all happy, and none of that ever happened. It was all a dream, and it was actually the modern AU is the real one. Oh, what the fuck? The final photo we see of the cast. They're all super happy, don't they? They all look super happy anyways. Delulu, they all lived. But that's not the end, is it? Because there's more! Post Comics will show off in the miscellaneous section, so grab your seatbelts. We're taking a huge dive into this. Oh my gosh. We're already at 3 hours, too. I might need a small break. Is it just miscellaneous that's left, Bree? I'm trying to see. 60. I don't know if I can do 60 more pages. My throat hurts. Wait, let me take a quick drink. Y'all can always let me know what your favorite comics are too, and I can maybe read some of the other ones off screen. Oh my gosh, there's a lot. There's a lot. Should be, but we can do it next time. I was like, we might have to, this might honestly be enough for another stream. Is there more in All Caught Up, Brie? I can't tell. I can't tell if there's gonna be more in All Caught Up or not. I feel like there might be some more songs I actually haven't listened to as well, like some of the bonus songs. And maybe I was like, man, I knew my title was gonna be a lie, dude. When I put finale, I was like, will this really be the finale? I was like, I feel like I could see this being a lot more than I think it is. Oh man. I'd say take a break. It's a lot. Yeah, I guess we can maybe take a break. No, not an all caught up. I was like, I feel like you might have tricked. I was like, did you trick me? I was like, I could see all cut be like all cut up. Actually, there are a lot more songs. Okay, yeah, we can always leave it for the next stream then. So I lied to you guys. This is not the finale. There's more. Oh man. Anyways, yeah, thanks guys so much for coming. This was a ton of fun. I've really been enjoying Alien Stage a lot. I have really gotten very invested in this series. I had a feeling it probably would be. It seemed pretty much up my alley in terms of like being a death game. The art's really pretty. The story. I don't know why. I do really like toxic ships a lot. It's like not in real life, obviously, but in fiction, I was like, it's something so interesting about it. Like, God, like Mizi Sua's dynamic was like so different than what I thought it was. Like, it's just so interesting to like analyze, you know what I mean? Like, it definitely shouldn't be glorified at all. And I think that they do a good job of like not really glorifying these ships and kind of showing how toxic they are while also like having them on display for you to like, I don't know, analyze and kind of like think on, you know what I mean? But it's very interesting. It's very, very interesting. I feel like they've done a good job of like kind of showing that balance of showing really toxic relationships but not glorifying them, you know what I mean? But yeah, very very fun. Very much been enjoying this, and I'm curious, what's y'all's favorite ship? Tell me your favorite ship in chat. I'm kind of curious, and your favorite characters, because I was thinking about this now. I feel like Luca shot up my favorite characters like so high. Like I hated his ass yesterday, not yesterday, last stream. Then all of a sudden I'm like the biggest Luca defender ever in this stream. I think Ivan, I don't know, I feel like Ivan might still be my favorite, but I think Luca might be second. Then maybe Till, then maybe Mizi. I feel Mizi's so interesting. She's such an interesting character, man. But I don't know. I can't tell which ship I like the best though. I feel like I don't know. I feel like Mizi Sua and Ivan Till are so tied for me. They're both so good. It's so interesting. It's hard to choose. So I was kind of curious what the fandom thought. I'm so curious what the fandom's reaction was to this too, with like, I don't know, it being so different. Like, cause I really thought Mizi Sua was so wholesome until like Karma that I was like, what the fuck? I was like so confused from like all the symbolism, and then the fact that the relationship was so different than I thought it was crazy. But okay, I saw a lot of Ivan Till in here, but I see a lot of Mizi Sua as well. They're both some really good relationships. I like Hyuna and Luca are really cute too. I see some Hyuna Luca. All the ships are really good, honestly. They're all, like I said, they're all so interesting. Oh man. But yeah, this was really good. It was so fun. I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed crying with you all and crashing out. And yeah, I guess we still have some comics to go through. So we'll do that next round. And then I guess after that I may make Thursday Walking Dead Day. That or Buried Stars. I kind of want to play Buried Stars cuz like I feel like I'm in the mood for more like pop star stuff. More pop star death game stuff. You know what I mean? And I think it's like a pop star death game. We'll see. But thanks guys so much for coming. I will see y'all later. Hope you guys have a good rest of your night, and yeah, see y'all soon. Bye.